All right then, welcome everybody to day 2 of the Umbar expansion. Yesterday we obviously started, we got a little bit going, and I think we made decent progress. We had like 4 hours or so, 3.5 I think it was, in the end, and that was chapter 2 completed. Also ended up with us leveling up to 141, getting a reforge, and I think that was kind of the main things. So today we're going to continue on. Hopefully everything is good. The only thing that I know has changed, other than my camera not working, there we go. The only thing that I know that has changed since I finished stream last night is there was a bug with the loot boxes, which I'm not going to be doing loot box stuff until well after, like, we're 140. Like, that's just... Oh, sorry, 150. For hopefully obvious reasons. And the flame is supposed to be deactivated. I don't know if that's fixed by now. I also want to potentially fix my camera because I can't remember what my camera is called. And I've got hiccups as well. How terrible. Can I do that slightly? There we are. I feel like I'm far too zoomed in, but I have spent far too long staring at this camera last night because I did end up actually editing something together. We do have a video going up most likely tomorrow. It was going to go up today, but I think I'm going to go tomorrow because I am working tomorrow, which means no stream. And I think originally I was going to go for a Friday anyway. But let's just get our frame rate going. Because it just takes a minute to load in. Why is it taking so long? Come on. There we go. Smooth-ish frame rates. We do have a Hobbit gift of the day and a week, so I don't know if we were just kind of perfectly... Because I think we did a Hobbit of the day and week. We do have a week left, so either way, let's have a look. So 20 virtue experience universal ingredient pack and 50 virtue experience and scroll of max brown power. So honestly, pretty useless. And I probably should have moved my should have sorted out my inventory. I should have got Feyran's item for whatever it's called. I can't think of the name. Feyran has a item that, again, cannot remember the name of off the top of my head, the carryall for some things, and I should have probably done that. Let me just put away some of like my junk farming items and whatever, just clear out a little bit of inventory, and if I really need some space later, I'll do a little bit more, but I don't want to get rid of too much. All right, though, we are going to continue. Last time we finished the end of chapter 2, as I said. Chapter 3 was starting off. And my hope is J-Jax. He was dressed as one of the Corsairs of Umbar, made no apology for it. He named you as a friend of the watch, was forced to let him go. Yeah, okay, so I didn't even read that last time, but I do think the only person who, you know, has the thought to be like, I'm a friend of Talvelard is probably J-Jax. So let's go have a look. Might have commanded otherwise, but the guards made a decision as they made, holding a prisoner, a friend of Talvelard. They did not wish to make a mistake such as that. I had to keep them wary eye on the man ever since, just to ensure he kills no harm. J-Jax has been in Dol Amroth before, so I wonder if that happened. If it is, it might not even be him. Just saying. But perhaps it would be best as you speak to him and learn his intentions here. Oh, it literally is J-Jax. I didn't read that. Oops. Ask his latest report J-Jax's whereabouts and behavior. He was southeast of the palace. Cool. We get marks of renewal, a trace around comment, and 150 virtue experience. They really love giving us virtue experience at the moment. I'm not going to really worry about that too much. I do, or I should, have another in an hour. Okay. That's fine. But hopefully we get a little bit more progress. And we weren't struggling in terms of damage yesterday. And yes, we're going to be facing harder and harder enemies as we go, but we weren't facing too much issues, and we have now reforged. So fingers crossed, we shouldn't really have any issues whatsoever, unless some, you know, horrible signature enemy comes up. One thing I'm thinking about is we do have these enhancement runes incomparable now, and having those ones at 141 is a little bit more like of a big deal now. I'm actually really curious. One thing I want to check, because this actually could be a big deal, potentially for just leveling in general, legendary items. But one thing I used to do, and this might be a really weird way of doing this, is I used to go into Moria and I would complete certain deeds. And I can't remember if they were specifically, okay, so they might change this. This could be a thing that I see change, but it's been long enough that I think we're fine. But the Moria deeds, and a few others as well, but Moria is kind of the earliest one I can think of, actually do give enhancement runes incomparable for Slayer deeds. And you can do instances as well for Moria that give you quite a few. So, where was it? There are a few, or is it in Scourge of Khazad-dûm? I think, yeah, enhancement runes incomparable. So doing like halls of crafting and stuff, that could be a really much better way now of actually getting enhancement runes, especially because they're scaled. And I can open these now, and I should get, admittedly, only one in this situation, but this is runes, so multiple. But that is 1+3 rune, where obviously before it was only 1 rune, but at least that's 3 levels now, whichever way you look at it. So interesting thought. We might play around with that. If you hurry up, you may catch the pair of them. Look for Tholion, to the east and beyond the market where J-Jax lingered. J-Jax, my best buddy. I do like J-Jax as a character. I'm very glad to see some of him back. I was doing some of these quests concerning J-Jax, you know, around the time Corsairs of Umbar was like announced, basically, and you know, I was happy and fit in. Check the courtyard to the north. Okay, we should probably actually continue. Okay, let me just shout for him. Maybe he'll remember my voice. So, see no sign. Watch this fellow for a goodly distance. Better part of 3 hours. He made no suspicious movements or gave any sign that he knew we observed. I think he's just that good. He said he's a reformed Corsair and knocked some irksome water spirit instead. Knowing that you know J-Jax, you hesitate to describe him as reformed. Instead, you commiserate with Lino about having lost him. Cool, let's go. Hearing you catch a brave gull call from the street to the east. So we'll be down there. But I do just want to have a look at some of these quests. Am I? I haven't... Nobody said that yet. Okay. We're not really going to worry about that, as I said. I don't want to get too distracted. If I can help it. But I do potentially spy a J-Jax around here. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Okay, step from the shadows, grinning widely. Unfortunately, I choose not to do more than merely embarrass them. I could have slain them very easily if I wanted, but you're revenge so you can live for today. You probably shouldn't say that while you're in the city. To think you believed our paths would never cross again. No, I always believed, J-Jax, that we would see each other again. Seems you have a pleasure of entering my story at least once more. Touche. Ooh, a bow. Not very useful, because obviously ours is a legendary, but for like a champion, or, you know, anything else that has a bow. I have a champion, so it would be nice that, you know, I think when I'm actually playing this again with another character, we'll quite easily be able to, you know, very, very easily going to be able to just get through this quicker than we are on stream. Like, I can just go A to B, B, C, etc. So getting a new bow is actually going to be quite nice, and take the extra stats. But is it better than what we have? Anyway, I didn't read that. I probably should have. Jay stands in the tree shade of Dol Amroth. He's encountered... cool, I've just encountered him. My brother, Daxamat, and I believe we were done in Gondor when we bid you farewell. I thought we would return briefly home to Umbar. Now, J-Jax, I don't remember if you have to finish his story as part of the epic. I don't think so. I know you meet him in the epic, but I don't know if you have to finish. So the Daxamat thing, I wonder what happens if you haven't done that content, and you know, you don't actually sort of see him go. It'd be interesting. I thought we would return briefly home to Umbar, and after finding a new ship and a new crew, we would set sail once again in search of treasure. It was a fine plan, but, well, that is the story, is it not? Are we having a session play? Oh, a new loading screen as well. Oh, we actually get to meet here.
The city of sails.
Okay, it's doing what Gundabad... One thing I really liked about Gundabad, which is... it's basically a session play, but I get to be my character. I get to be Tarvella, just in the skin of another player, so I actually, you know, have my skills. Though, why is Bright... Okay, Bright Fire Camp is not a skill that was there before. Why am I missing skills? Was that a thing before? Wait a minute. Whoa. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Right, they've swapped over bar like 1 and control 1. Okay, that's fine. I'm not just randomly missing skills. It's just Blood Arrow is supposed to be there. No, wait. Something else is supposed to be there because this is my Heartseeker, like, first hit setup, and then that's my actual one. Okay, I'm not going to fiddle with it. Worst case, I just have to press control or click it. It's good to be home. The sea breeze welcomes us back to Umbar. My name is spoken across all the world already, but it will mean a little more it is spoken in the streets of our city. No doubt my exploits will earn us a tankard or two of ale in the Crab and Cutlass or in the teeming Net Tavern. You're always partial to the hungry deep, weren't you? But we have work to do. The drinking will have to wait. Who are you and what have you done with J-Jax? He always loves to drink. Oh, I like this strafing anime. It's a little weird, but it's interesting. I don't know necessarily like is the correct word. Why was... Okay. Need a proper ship and a bigger crew. Where should we seek these things? Are there more guards than you remember? Yeah, we're going to be like... I said it yesterday. I really like the sort of Umbar cosmetic sort of aesthetic. Oh, and I'm getting deeds. I feel like I technically shouldn't get deeds because I'm not actually discovering these places, but fine. Something about this city is different. Do you feel it too? There are too many guards. The Haradrim of Ordark seem to be gone, but so does the guardsmen appear more vigilant. What has happened to the city of Sails? I do not like this. Someone must answer for it, or they will answer to J-Jax. Okay. Maybe we don't want to be sort of shouting your name. Maybe that's not the greatest idea. Wait for me here and cause no trouble. Okay, prediction time. We're going to wait. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, we're going to wait. There's going to be a sound. We're going to get distracted. And yet, he is my brother. Trouble found him. I don't know you. I don't actually, genuinely don't know you. One thing I've also noticed about this is, even though I've relogged, it seems it isn't my UI that's causing no character models here. I don't have that setting turned off as far as I'm aware, so weird. Because I've got it on me, so surely if it's on me, it would be on whenever it is. Anyway. I haven't seen you in an age. Funny how that actually works. Technically, we're in the 4th age now, aren't we? So, technically, it's been an age. Just saying. I thought you perished in the war, but you must have escaped that fate, however, or somehow. Sorry. I take it some portion of your brother's good fortune must have transferred to you, and we could use some of that here. Were you in the battle? I heard the Corsairs who followed Balakor were slain in an army of dead men, and that they were led by a hated warrior, Thorongil, who despised the Umbari so much he returned to life so he may slay even more. But that cannot be so. Still, there have been strange occurrences here in recent days, ever since the great earthquake that had collapsed the Temple of the All-Seeing. People say he is dead, if such a thing is possible, but the Empire of Ordark did not stand long against the uprising, and when the fighting ended, the Kindred of the Coins announced that neither Sauron nor Ordark would rule again in Umbar. The Kindred claim they have ushered in a new age, but for people like you and me, Dex, and like your brother, I do not know if they mean it. I'm assuming that isn't goals, and it's just not... Is it? The Gals are full of thieves and Corsairs alike, yeah, so it can't be goals, right? They're just I've never seen that word in my life. No opponent to the kindred lives long enough after voicing it if they learn that you sailed with an heir of Castamere. Okay. We fought an heir of Castamere. Are we going to be alright? The kindred. It's that guy. Shh. Nothing happened. But I prefer it to complaining. I like your hat. What's that? I will say I'm not a huge fan of the yellow, maybe. Just saying. But that's fine. The heirs of Castamere could not have been defeated by only 7 people after all. Nah. Make it 6. It's a fellowship. We're good. Such thing needs bodies. It's an interesting way to put it. I am no one. Okay. Who am I? Dags a man. He nods idly, but behind his eyes you sense he is paying very close attention to your face, filing away your name for later consideration. In his mind palace. He's going to be like the super clever one that knows everything. Some there are who lead, and some there are who follow. Even the kindred of the coins is subject to this rule. My new friend Azagath the Sea Shadow prides himself on leading. He does so with aplomb. Rathol the Storm carries out his wishes of those who give the commands, and they are made much stronger with every swing of his mighty fists and every bite of his sharp teeth. Ask the heirs of Castamere who attended the half-troll's last bout before the Sea Stone mutiny about those teeth. I remember seeing there's like a half-troll style member of the Kindred of the Coin, so that's going to be a really interesting one as well, I think. Because you don't really get much dialogue, and I feel like we are going to get a little bit of dialogue with it, but you don't really see too much dialogue with like orcs and stuff like that. It's more like attacking. A private joke, but heed these words, for they are also true. The wisest of all is he who knows when to lead and when to follow. The wisest is he who knows when to speak and when to listen. Which are you, my new friend, and who do you follow? The heirs of Castamere, or perhaps the Church of the All-Seeing? The city has many foes, and sometimes they require some rooting out. The uprising in Umbar was thorough, but Azagath has mused aloud that he sometimes wonders if it was thorough enough. I was not here. Where lie my loyalties? With myself. Ooh. Interesting. He's gonna like kill them in one shot. Gonna run away. These aren't the two that we interacted with, is it? I feel like her name is familiar. You have to go, Dax, before he remembers you are here. Quietly, through the northern exit. Where's north? North! Place is no longer safe. The kindred of the coins intends prisoner and put death any freebooter or pirate that does not sail in support of them. We have no time. We have to leave this city. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh no, there's some guards. Maybe he got caught, but J-Jax is fine.
Orwick alone allowed us to escape. But if good fortune permitted it, ill fortune was soon to follow.
Okay. Sudden storm rose up and swamped the boat, and when at last I came to the shore, it was back to Gondor that I had been delivered. Of Dax there was no sign. I am certain my brother lives, for he has survived much worse than that sturdy craft that he is. Showed Jax that Prince Imrahil and King Elsa have been told the situation he encountered in Umbar, and the Corsair tilts his head, weighing your suggestion against the potential for a reward. It is good to be owed favors and coins by king and princes. I accept your offer. I have not been the guest of a royal court since such as this before. Well, not invited to one anyway. So, he's gonna go tell Prince Imrahil. I think that's the thing, and I think we're just slowly gearing up to be like, okay, you know, we met those guys in the previous content. You know, we've seen this picture of this dwarf, and there's the whole thing with the dwarves going on. We've had our first little teaser, almost, of sort of the Corsair land, island, whatever it is. Hopefully not too long until we're actually there. Oh, one thing I definitely also should do, because it seems to be close to running out, is in 2 hours and 45 minutes, my subscriber town services runs out. So probably jump to my house. Oh, we also picked up this, so it's only uncommon. And I don't think we can use... Yeah, we can't use our flame, so... I don't really know what to do with that, except, I guess, lock it for the minute, because I'll have the ancient script. But, anything common? Like, uncommon? I don't know if I care enough. Like, I don't know, do I have focus bow critical monitor? I should, right? I just want to see how much the jump is, because it's also... Okay. So we have, focus bow critical multiplier. We have an incomparable 131. So compare that to here. That is actually quite a jump in numbers there, but we do lose the... I don't really care about the power cost, but the 3% critical. I don't know. I was actually also supposed to up these, right? So that's something we can look at is focus bow critical multiplier. Let's put 5 of those on. Oh, wait, no. 6, because I don't know how this is going to work. And then, oh no, it is 2. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's still about 400 difference, but 400, I don't know. Still not used to it, how much that actually matters. Like, how big a gap is 400? Like, 4,000 previously, if that's the same. Like, that could be enough to be like, oh yeah, that's quite a big jump. But, 400, I don't know quite how bad that is at the minute. I said to keep an eye on them, not bring them to my court. Why should I trust things of the, he says, of Umbar or the kindred of the coins? How do we know is not one of them? Why should I trust one of the corsairs who has troubled our coast during the war and who continues to do so even now? How about you chill out for a second?
Evil tidings have come to Dol Amroth from the coastline of Anfalas.
Okay. Tidings that harden my heart against such a man as this Jajax, but you need not hear of them from me. Speak instead to Mirel. He has left Outer Gondor just days ago, afoot and without ship. Tell Tavelad why this is your manner of travel, Captain. Was he? 9 of those. Is that the that's like the ultimate boxes and stuff? I think I get 12. I can't remember.
If you command me to speak, my prince, I will. But the pain is fresh.
The pain fresh and the loss I have suffered there will haunt me to the end of my days. Came afoot because my ship, the Afraval, was burned off the coast of Anfalas by Corsairs of Umbar just days ago. Some of my crew survived and made the journey back to Dol Amroth overland with me, but too many good sailors died in fire and water and Corsair blade. I demand to know why you now hosted in this palace one of the monsters who set my ship aflame. I don't think that was Jajax. It's also a rude sound that echoes in the hall. One thing I did notice though is we have like this. And we also have a Pelargir one, Pelargir also has one of these as well. So, you know, us having been to these areas relatively recently, hopefully we get some ships soon.
You could tell this weepy old sailor that I was not involved with the burning of his precious ship.
And my proof is that he still lives. If I had been there, he and his crew would have been spared. They would have been spared the walk back to the city. Tell him this too. I did not burn the ship. He gets another. He would be wise to steer far from Jade. Jade, you're really not helping your case here.
Silence! I will allow no fighting in the Palace of the Swan.
Yeah, shush. King Elzar, these tidings of Anfalas make it clear to me that you'll make a change in the plan we discussed. If the Corsairs of Umbar remain active along the coast of Langstrand, it's too dangerous for you to continue that way. Instead, you should make preparations to return to Minas Tirith. I'll allocate a number of swan knights to attend to your journey if you desire. He's not gonna do that. I can guarantee you.
I value your words, Prince Imrahil.
Told you.
I cannot heed the warning they contain.
Suffering Anfalas makes it more necessary destination for me, not less a one. I see the state of things in Outer Gondor with my own eyes and will aid the people there as best I can, despite the danger, or perhaps because of it. Okay.
The Prince wants to know where I am going. That is my own concern.
Perhaps I will see you again, perhaps not. Well, we better. And get some manners.
Watch that one carefully if your paths cross again.
Okay, but I think it need not matter. How many good men do you think he has slain during his life as a Corsair? Whether he fights on behalf of the heirs of Castamere, the Kindred of the Coins, or for himself, does it really matter to the men whose lives he takes or whose ships he burns? Watch that one carefully if your paths cross again. So we're getting 150 virtue experience, that's fine, but we're also getting an essence, 141 essence. That's one of those like basic essences, so we'll have a look at that in a sec. Okay, I beg that you consider delaying long enough to prepare for the journey. The storehouses and the armories in Dol Amroth are yours to make use of as you will. Take time to prepare, for I will not have it said that I sent you on onto the outer fiefs without adequate supplies or warning. So we have to go talk to him, fine, more virtual experience, and we also get legs, which that is a significant jump in physical mastery there, but again, essences do make that difference. I want the crit, that's the thing. But physical mitigation could be useful. I mean, having them in our inventory, and then like if we struggle and we need the physical mitigation because we're taking too much damage, we can always do that. That's the thing. But cosmetically, again, I don't really think cosmetically it matters considering we've got the kind of overcoat type thing, but you know, we'll add it. But before we talk to him, we do have our essence, so I'm interested. Humble Seafarer essence of XYZ. There is a vitality, interesting. When Gundabad released, there actually wasn't a vitality one. I'm curious what this is. So these are not bound, potentially? I don't actually know. But these are bound to account. A small essence can be placed in an available classic slot to supplement vital benefits. So what's the difference? Like, that is less vitality than that, like, significantly. That is a like, it's not like it. Unless it's the thing where I was saying it has like, so you've got like basic slot, vital slot, and then there was something else. So maybe classic, something similar. We're not actually going to do anything with it because we don't have anything for it right now. But we'll have to keep an eye out when we actually do get gear.
I understand Prince Imrahil's concerns. Let this, then, be the compromise.
I remain for a few days' time in Dol Amroth preparing to travel, but of the some of the company will instead journey north to the Blackroot Vale. I did want to go Blackroot Vale, so I'm quite happy for that. People there and their Lord Dunahir lost much of the defensive Gondor. After the folk of the Vale had some time with their needs met and their concerns heard, this smaller group will join the larger traveling party outside Anflas, and we will move together, visit Langstrand. What about his notes? Oh, no, where it is now. All the boxes look the same. This one? Oh, right. Okay, you were talking. I thought you were saying this one shows something. It's fine. We can look into it later. So, go to the Blackroot Vale with Legolas, Gimli, and Kaiba. Sorry. I need to just think about Yu-Gi-Oh! The two roads which may reach the Vale Bay leave you to the choice of which to take. The shorter but more dangerous road is Tarlang's Crown, or the longer but safe road is through Armadon to the east through Calimbel, Lothgabel, and Dinadab. I will probably go the longer route just because I don't know. Tarlang's Crown was quite difficult, like in terms of on-level content, but also I wanted to go to the other areas anyway through there, so that kind of works. There's not really much through Tarlang's Crown. Anyway, whichever route you choose, your destination will easily seen from afar. The Hill of Eric towers across Blackroot Vale. So we need to kill 18 enemies or travel through those areas. So sometimes the or means and. It's weird. So we'll see how that goes. 18 enemies is quite a lot. So I don't know if that's like, if you go through Tarlang's Crown, you'll have to kill 18 enemies, or if it's a situation of like, you know, do both. We still see though. I will also want to have a little peek at the Renewal of Gondor rewards because I noticed it's there. I did end up picking the Stable Master just because I had to run somewhere for a little video clip. Because as I said, we do have tomorrow, if all goes to plan, the first sort of edited down version of this stream from yesterday. Ah, okay, so I actually do want these. So I'm going to get all the guide skills, because that's a very, very good point. But I will chuck them. So we have Lond Kiron. Is that... I don't know what that is. Should we go find out? And what else is there? Brown cow, which I don't have the ability. My standing's too low. That's fine. And there are some cosmetic gloves and stuff. I don't really care much for this armor set. To be honest, I've seen it a few times, but I'm not a huge fan. We can also buy essences. I did get told that yesterday. So is that an acquaintance thing? Oh, wait, or a friend thing? Yeah, friend. So Kindred is these two. I think these were here before, or the Black Bull was. I don't think the Ferocious Battle Kitten was. Doesn't quite look like a kitten there, but that's fine.
Have you come to help?
So I want to have a look then at the travel skills that we just picked up. One I'm really curious, it's the one that like I can't think of the name of, because some of the areas seem to have a different name. Worst case, then we can just go to like Pelagia or Dol Amroth and stable master back to wherever we need to go. This is Amphalas. I don't think they expected me to be here. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and do that. Can I check untrained skills? I was gonna show the new ones, I think. Well, at the very least, we can go Pelagia. We might have to just update the plugin. So we need to go up to here, which is Calambel.
How can I be of service?
Do we have that? Maybe not. Ethring. Let's go Lynn here, because Lynn here was kind of the end of chapter 1 pre Corsairs of Umbar content. And then hopefully we can at least go Ringlow Vale, or we'd also have Calamel. I definitely picked those up. I think it's just a case of being in the right area. Okay. Path or rest. Can we go there? I am going to be spending a lot of money, it seems, on travel. So that's a fun one. I also kind of need to decide, am I going to reforge my weapon at 136 or 146, sorry, or 150? I do like having it reforged at 150 because of the... I know it's really dumb to say this, but the minimum level thing. I like it saying the max level. But at the same time, if I do 146, once I get to 140, when we got to 140 last time, there was a reforge option again, I think. But at the very least, when they up it to the next item level, it will just go there. Oh, Calambel, perfect. Did I not get Barrowed Real? I guess I didn't. I didn't go close enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So Calambel, we are just gonna... I'm really curious if it's gonna make us kill the 18. I like having the choice. I think it'll be better if we have the choice and it's not do both. But sometimes they do have the weird or, but it actually means and. Seems to have achieved a measure of peace after the war. Good. We somewhat helped, I think. You know, we did a little bit about helping around here, getting some bounties in and such. And we do actually, if I remember correctly, have a quest somewhere here. No. This one. Yeah, there's someone up here that we can talk to. I don't know if we'll continue this quest, but it's worth seeing where it takes us. Yeah, maybe it might have been quicker to do the 16 or 18 kills or whatever, but could have tested out our brand new reforged weapon. Oh, actually, I didn't look. All these are like 600. So 700. 100 jump is not bad. Let's have a look at you. Oh. So we're starting to get essences now, which is interesting. Not going to really worry about it, but again, once we've completed the chapters, I do want to come through and go like zone by zone for each of the deeds and complete those. You want me to collect crystal quartz and stuff?
Who are you?
I'm going to leave that for the moment. But yeah, I don't want to be filling my inventory with essences right now because not only do I not have much space, but I have nothing to use it on. So
Spare a moment for me.
once I actually do have those, maybe I'll do this one though.
Speak quickly. I have
Mine
much
is
to do.
woodworking tools, salvage wood. I mean, all the wood ones have been pretty easy, and we might pick
Spare a
these up.
moment for me.
Quite a lot of people here.
Welcome to King's
Lockerbell is not
friend.
fully recovered from its scars so far. We shall help with the scrap wood. I also think getting one quest in each zone is kind of nice because that way we have the deed to sort of look at. But yeah, what I'll do is much like I did with Gundabad, we'll complete the main stuff first, and then we'll come over and like do each zone one by one and just like complete those deeds. So his tools are there. So we might end up picking up this quartz and stuff if we do get a little bit distracted. I mean, we should be doing a couple of quests here and there, like easy ones, because experience-wise they should all give roughly the same, because I do want to like slightly catch up. I don't think the game is expecting me to be too much higher level, but you know how it is sometimes. Being high level just, you know, makes it a little bit easier to progress. It'll be fine. Again, I don't think we'll struggle. Our gear's pretty decent for the moment. Oh, and then I have a landscape quest of just kill Corsairs. Now, I'm going to be interested in how we do. Again, new weapon, or new reforge at the very least. But I guess it doesn't matter, because yeah, I'm thinking in my head like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. An Umbar Tailor's scroll case. So it's been a while since we've had new scroll cases, and it's something I've actually sort of not necessarily complained about, but it's sort of like mentioned how I wish that there was new scroll cases, because it's weird getting like Western Nut and Eastern Nut and stuff like that when you're, you know, 140. Unfortunately, I am not a tailor on this character. Well, I am, but not maxed. But I'll be curious to see sort of what we're looking at. So light armor. So yeah, primary essence, vital essence, basic essence. So again, be interesting to see how that sort of fits. But if I were to look at my shoulder pads and compare, basically that is 3 essences. So I'm guessing vital essence is just a vitality one. Obviously, basic is probably just any essence. Vital is probably a maybe higher but vitality essence. And then primary essence will just be something else, I'm sure. But in terms of tactical mastery, I mean, it's about what our crit is, but it's like 40 item levels under, so I don't quite know how I feel. How am I not a maxed farmer on this character? That's odd. I do actually want to spend a night, maybe tonight, I don't actually know, but I do want to spend a night just on my own doing this, but just doing some farming. I think it'll be interesting to have a look at, you know, if you can get the red sea stone or whatever it is, and maybe start crafting up some stuff, not for Tarvelard, but maybe for like some other characters. Anyway, 886, I will take that. And then what else do we have? So we still have the quartz and the clay, and I think going through here, I'm interested to see maybe what we get from some things. Like we got an Umbar woodworker scroll case, so I'm not really going to do much with it, but interested to see. So crossbow, it's a 150. That's actually another thing. These are all 150 items, not even 141. So obviously that's why their item level is such a higher amount. But also I really like these ore nodes. They look really cool. It will be interesting to see what happens here, because with the killing the 18, because we're probably going to kill all 18, just through trying to get back through the area. So I wonder if this quest will basically auto-complete and move on to the next area, or if it is actually, hey, you go back there. We are going to go there anyway, because again, Stable Masters I would like. Oh, we got a Metalsmith scroll case as well. I'm just interested in stuff like this. Metalsmith as well, because although it's going to be a long time from now, I'm curious to see what shields end up looking like. I will need a shield for Afka, because Afka is obviously mini, and I will need a light shield. So that is one thing. I need to spend just generally some time going through all the crafting mechanics as well. Working out how I'm making my characters. I feel like a lot of my characters are just going to stay the same. Like if I was doing it again, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But and I'd maybe try it to be more efficient with it. But as it stands, I think I'm fine with my breakdown of how my characters are set up. Like it just makes sense with how I played before, so I don't see too much reason to change it at the minute. Because I've never had like farmer cook separate, and I've always expected stuff like metalsmith and prospector and weaponsmith and prospector to be apart. Maybe I'll end up making myself like a super processor, not processor, but like maybe I'll end up changing it to have one character just be my pure like metalsmith, weaponsmith, prospector type dealio. In fact, I think Renaborn would actually really benefit from that. So Renaborn doesn't actually have any crafting vocation on him right now, and I think I've been meaning to do prospector on him for ages. So I think now is maybe the perfect time for me to switch that up potentially, because he's always been like one of my highest level sort of characters, and I'm not a prospector on here, so I'm like, oh, I'll just make him a prospector, get him, you know, running around prospecting, but never really gone around to it. I think because the end goal is good, but getting to it is so boring. Like having to do early prospecting is just so time consuming and boring. It only really works, in my opinion, when you're doing it as you level. So the only thing I could think of is potentially, if I'm going through with a new character, is making them a explorer now, quote unquote, and you know, having the travel, have it while I'm, you know, sort of moving. I need to kill one more enemy because I'm really curious on how this is going to go. Okay, so it is just do that and then travel to the hill. So I wonder if I go here now, is it gonna like care? Either way, we'll give in these 3 because that's what, although I'm not getting double XP now, though I might have enough time. No, 20 minutes, but you know, even if one of those isn't double XP, that's like 2 million experience right there.
Need you something from me?
Won't be quite that, I don't think. Yeah, 569, and then I'm not. But I have 10 million. 10 million experience to go, so 20 quests, give or take.
What, you're back already?
Anyway, I'm not going to worry about his quest. Again, I don't want to fill my inventory up too much. I say that, but I also spent a load of time filling up my inventory with recipes. I will send those to relevant characters, I think. I am also really curious what the bow looks like cosmetically. Do I want to put the bow on cosmetically to, you know, fill out this outfit a little bit more? Maybe I will. I like my bow, but I do like this bow as well. It's like kind of backwards though, because this one like sort of juts out, whereas this one just, I don't know, doesn't have the hump in it. It's kind of weird, but only because I'm not used to it. We have discovered Dinner Dab, and they seem all rightish. Maybe because the sun's actually out now.
A king has come again to Gondor.
I am aware of that fact. I have I've been around.
Have you come to help? Good.
Oh, interesting. Not by this in Dino, some time. Can you check on the camp? I want to do that because I am interested in this, how this quest line has sort of resolved itself potentially.
Oh there, traveler.
Clever smile pushes away the weary of his face. You can't help but notice he's aged years in the week since you last saw him. He greets you the same words he did when you last walked by the fire. It looks like you need a meal and a place to put up your feet. Welcome to take respite and break bread with us tonight. In exchange, we ask for a day's work on our farm. As cooking has only improved since your last visit.
How may I help you, friend?
I like this quest line. I like these guys. It's a little bit of a dark one, but you know. No, it's not the same chairs as last time, nor is the same rung of the ladder. Your repairs held up. Good. Maybe I should just do all of it while I'm here. And then, you know, never return. Or do I purposely sabotage different ones as I'm there so I get a free meal next time? They certainly look like the same chairs. I'm just saying. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure they're the same chairs. What else do you need? Is it going to be kill some Avanks?
These are troublesome times indeed.
Oh no, you went generic on me. No. Why did you do this to me? I don't want you to be a generic. I am so devastated. Actually hurts. Deep down. I am just absolutely destroyed. I'm mostly doing these because I, first off, again, distracted, but also I remember this questline being quite good in terms of, I might not get any armor. I'm pretty sure you got armor last time, but I remember it being really good in terms of like, I always did it because it's good for experience. Because it's very quick quests, giving you a lot of experience, and hopefully that sort of holds up to be the same. And then we do have to go up here as well, which there might be bandits, there might not. Interesting.
We would love if you could join us for dinner.
So he's really desperate. 150 virtue experience. I am happy to be given virtue experience a lot more often, so that's good. And creative crafting materials. I would be interested in that.
A familiar scene unfolds.
Hopefully nobody falls through the door this time.
Just finished helping with a hard day's work. Joins a humble family for a meal.
Hey, what's up? I know you insist on helping, but I will try not to dissuade you. If you recall where you keep the dishes, the hutch in the corner, we set up the table for 6. Was it 6? Did you say 6? Why 6? Was it 6 last time? I don't know. It's been weeks, so there can't be like another child. So what's happening? Because the other guy died. Or she's setting it up for 6 in memory. You said maybe I just need 2 meals. I think she forgot. She's gonna feel very sad. What's up? Maybe she's got something to tell him. And she's thinking of having a 6th. Because the last time you were here, we were expecting Fury. Okay. Moment she sighs unhappily and wrings her hands. But he will never join us for a meal again, will he? It takes some time to get used to that idea, and even if such a thing is even possible, I do not know if it is, but we will try. For now, let's enjoy our meal. Yeah. Kind of expected that. Maybe a little bit cruel for me to expect that, but I'll take my virtue experience, please.
We've all taken my brother's death very hard. Limriel and I try to keep our spirits up, especially in front of the children. As you can see,
I think it's fair enough. Like, you know, it's only been a few weeks, like we said. All right, we just got these completed. It won't go, but we just got friend. No, we're now friend to the renewal of Gondor. So that actually means if we wanted to, we can go buy some basic essences now. So that is potentially a good starting point for us. I did not mean to do that. So there we go. I am wearing the right one. Anyway, let's open this. I don't know what I want. I feel like ore. Ore is probably the best choice for me, I think. Because, like, food I can get, crops I can get, scholar stuff I'll get from kills, jewels I get from kills, wood I'll get, like, I don't really need wood. That is a really good point, though. Scholar-wise, I wonder if there's a new tome. Anyway, oh, what's this, though? There's a couple enemies. Wonder if I can attack you without aggro. No, you can't. Someone's laid out good clothing and leather armor. I mean, I can do this without being attacked. That's fine. Smell of rot wafts up from the pile of lumber is no use to anyone. And you aren't entirely sure what this barricade is meant to accomplish. Is that what just people were thinking when they came and did this quest originally? I do also just want to open up the metalsmith scroll cases constantly because, again, I want to have a look at Warden Shield, and there we are. So we do get a shield which would have a primary, vital, and basic essence. Unfortunately, not really going to get too much use out of that for a while. I don't really plan on making a Warden that isn't Feyrand. I've thought about it before, being like, oh, should I make a Warden, get them up to 150 or 140 at the time, and then just catch up on Feyrand. But I like Feyrand being the first run through of content.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
They're barely anything to name with the clothes on their backs. Why continue to live out there when they could come home? Lamadon has no shortage of honest work that needs doing. True. That is very true. Why don't you go over there, be like, hey, or maybe send me over there and relay that information. Be like, hey guys, I know it's not what you're after, but it's got to be better than what you're dealing with right now. Right, though, we have a couple more places that we need to get stable masters for. So Sardor, Morlad, and Langcrath. I don't think really at too much point past this it's going to matter, because ultimately we're probably going to be running off somewhere else. But I think it's good for Slayer deeds, questing later, anything like that, that we just get as many as we can. I think it makes sense. I'm just glad as well that we haven't had too much issues with any enemies. I don't think until a little bit later. I remember, I think it was like the second to last quest in Gundabad that we started having problems with enemies. And that was just because we were like one level below where we really needed to be. So if I can just do these couple of quests on the side, and I think it's good to look into them because if any give us rewards, like before, we can get some jewelry. Jewelry is probably where we're lacking the most. I'm pretty happy with this gear. Maybe the cloak could do a bit better. In fact, the cloak actually should be on the highest, honestly. But jewelry, you know, 467, 470, 475, that's not too bad. 467 and stuff. I also should try and replace these as quick as possible because I should really try and get my embers out of these so that I can immediately use them at 150. Really getting struggling with the 150. Right, not going to worry about bounties. It's not on my itinerary today. We've discovered the Hill of Eric. It's weird though because I don't know why I went in there or in there. That's not what I was going for. I think this is what I was going for. 6 minutes. There we are. It's weird though because it's like you discover this area as if we hadn't before. I get why, obviously, but this isn't. Okay, so I have to travel to the base of the hill. So Legolas and Gimli are going to be here, I'm guessing. Yes, it looks like. Oh, and Kaiba.
The Hill of Eric. We have seen it before, but in different circles.
That's what I was saying. Let's pick up these. Again, not really planning on using them.
This hill again. The memory is grim.
Necklace. Again, that's a decent necklace, but not like for me right now. I do not wish to climb this hill again. It doesn't take that much. It's fine. The memory is grim. When last we stood atop the summit, the great host gathered about King Elisar. There were those who broke their oath to Isildur. They came to his descendant that they might fulfill it and have peace. Many were the shades of the dead men that followed in our train when we departed Eric, and they were the fighters who wrestled control of Pelargir for the Grey Host. Without his army of the dead, we could never have seized the Corsair ships to pour us to Harlond and Minas Tirith. The shades who gather about King Elisar atop the hill redeemed their oath, recovered their honor. Should that make it pleasing to recall for we who they were? I do not believe it does. Speak with Kaiba and Gimli, and afterwards we'll proceed to Morlad. We're not going up there, we're just here.
This story that Legolas and Gimli speak about, it fills me with fright.
I am gratified to learn the king made use of the shades that betrayed his mighty forebear, and so gave them redemption that was once denied them. But he frowns deeply and casts a nervous glances towards the summit of the hill. You say that some shades did not fight on your behalf. How ruthless those dead men now be, knowing that there is no redemption for them. How much must they hate living? Now the chance for peace has come and passed them by. Yeah, there's a couple of guys who are like, nah, you're not going to do it. Sauron's going to give it to us. Now they have nothing. I do not want to go up there. King Elisar would understand if we do not, surely. I think he'd be understanding.
I am not afraid, you understand. But there is little reason for us to...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not afraid. I've literally just been up there, but there's not really much point. But I feel like with all the players that were up there, we're probably going to have to. The king would expect us to slay any members of the Ruthless Dead that we encounter in the Vale or wherever, whatever passes for slaying such spirits, but I'm not entirely clear on the point. Legolas has tried to explain to me, but it seems rather complicated. What do I know? I know that if any of the Ruthless Dead think to trouble us or the folk who live nearby, we will inconvenience them. We will inconvenience them with sword or bow or axe, and let them return if they dare. They are sure to haunt the Hill of Eric at night, and it will be along the road in the path of the dead at all times, I wager. Inconvenience the Ruthless Dead in the Blackroot Vale. Is that maybe why people are up here, I'm guessing? I wonder if we're going to have another quest where it's like, kill 300 of something, and it's actually like 2. I'm curious to see. That was a really bad way of going up that hill. I don't know why I attempted that. Doesn't quite work. Okay. I think this works. Ding again. was confused why I got red name, orange name, but 3 levels above. Makes sense. Is this going to be another situation of hoping? Oh, I know what it is. So he said, like, oh, at night they're all going to be here, but it is still daytime, so it's not actually going to happen. We are going to have to go over to the Path of the Dead. So that's going to be an interesting one. Should we go Morlad? Nah, we'll go Morlad on the back. I think we're going to go Morlad anyway, and it's not like we can swift travel from here down. I don't know if you can go in the Path of the Dead or if it's just in like that area. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But once again, probably one of the main things I'm noticing so far is there is a lot of travel. Like, there's a lot of area, but there's a lot of travel. And that can slow it down just a tad. So I don't know if we can go inside, like I said, or if it's just purely outside. Oh wait, I got a quest as well. So I have a quest to kill 8 and I have a quest to kill 8. I'll double dip on quests, it's fine. Can I seek the heart of what is essentially a ghost? I don't actually know. What is the logistics of that? Whatever it is, doesn't really matter. It works. We don't really care. Hey, you saved me having to aggro. Oh, I'm actually taking a little bit of a beating there. That's not fun. An Athelos Essence. I'll take that. And what was that? Only just under 300k. So not exactly the most amazing amount of experience. But I am also guessing that was probably like maybe on level. Or maybe even a 140 quest, and wasn't exactly difficult. Plus, we haven't got our double XP now, so it doesn't really, you know. I don't really expect to get a massive amount of experience from that. Oh, I'm interested in one thing. Nope. I still had that quest to kill Krabens, and just a slight chance, because especially around release time, there is likely to be some inconsistencies. I was like, what's the chance that the quest just wants me to kill any Kraben? But no, it's clever enough to work that out. All right, I'm hoping now, it's been a couple minutes, we can pop that on, so at least we get a little bit more experience from this quest. And let's have a little search.
It has been some time since you were last in the Blackroot Vale, has it not? My duty to inform you that the Vale does not allow for travelers without the permission of the Lord or without some suitable cause.
I'm with the king. You inform me you come to the Blackroot Vale on behalf of the king. I don't need any proof of this fact, but I'm here because of the king. And I don't think you want to try and kick me out. Oh, there is a... That's what I wanted. Hi.
I must admit that I did not expect you to return to the Blackroot Vale so soon.
I'm here because of the king.
You are, of course, welcome to remain here as long as you wish.
Okay, deliver word of King Elsar's gratitude.
Since you last visited the Vale, my friend.
War exacted a heavy toll.
That's what. And many of our bowmen did not return from that journey to Minas Tirith.
No, unfortunately not. I would ask you travel to the hamlets and deliver word of King Elsa's gratitude to their people. And Tinkerbell has been received since you were in the Vale, and the people have been pleased to see you again. So that's actually a few of these areas. We didn't even pick up. No, we did pick up that one. That's fine. I don't think that's too bad. We might not get straight to it, but we can get around to it eventually. I'm really curious. Nope, still got the invisible walls. Hi, Rosvin.
All lies upon the Black Root Vale, for all her young men were drawn away eastward to war.
My sons too were caught in the whirlpools, and Duelin and Derafin will not come home again. My husband, Dunahir, thinks to spare me the details of what befell my boys, but is evil in not knowing. If only I knew they perished quickly and without pain. They were... okay. Entreats you through eyes filled with tears, but when you hesitate, she looks away. No, I will not ask you of it. It of you. I know Dunahir thinks you to spare my feelings, and hard-headed man. I'm stronger than he knows, and he's always been so. It's not lost on me that he was not able to save our sons from death. He's a strong sword arm and his thick shield, and I was forced to remain behind in Morlad. I, who might have been able to keep them safe. Life can be cruel, but it is crueler still for a mother in time of war. I keep thinking I will hear the sound of my sons boasting and laughing in the wind when I see... and then I will see Duelin and Derevin climbing the path around through the village, alive and well and happy. Pretty sure they got crushed. Right? That's the gist of it.
I have told Rosvin over and over again that there was nothing I could do to save our sons.
Okay, he lowers his voice so he can speak only to you, out of his wife's hearing. Sometimes I lay awake in the silent watch of the night. I wonder if it's true, the truth I speak to my wife. I raised Duelin and Derafin to be bold and to be valiant, and they made me so proud every day of their lives. But I raised them to be less bold, to be less valiant. He chokes on his words and stifles a sob, turning his back on Rosvin to hide his face. Would my boys be alive if I had not raised them to hold dear the same things as I? That's a... you know, I wouldn't go that deep into it. You're around the king's business. You are not here to listen to the ramblings of a sad old man. Speak to the people of Morlad. Do what you came to do. So talk to the Shirley Morlad residents. Resident down here. Hello, what can I do for you?
I got nothing to say to you. Move along.
Okay, fine. Be like that. I will not talk to you then. Again, these are all places that I like helped out before. Why are they being so cruel to me?
You dare speak to me after bringing such death to Morlod?
Shush.
I will not stand
Okay.
for this.
I love when you can tell it's going to be an enemy. So I'm like, cool, I'll put down that. I'm on here on the king's... Wait, no, you can't knock me out. That's not allowed. How are you stronger than an orc? Why are you doing stuff? Here's someone shouting for help outside the gate, the entrance to Morlad. Let us see what is occurring down here. What is up?
Might I trouble you with a more...
I might also pick that one up because, like, if I've already go to like these places, I may as well do multiple. What is going on? Who is over here, and what are you up to? Oh, Kaiba. Why have you got a bow on you?
Glad to see you.
A gang of tails surprised me a few minutes ago, and I had to hide and run. Will they come back? We found you. Where are they? Oh, they're... Wait, no, this is not allowed. Die. I mean, get defeated. I think we need to have some words with the leadership here, because that probably shouldn't be happening. Not gonna lie. Hey, what's up? Stand ready there. Weapons drawn. There's an arrow as well. What is... It's fortunate this arrow is not loosed, but I think. Not on an empty stomach. I'd have to read the quest. Ringlow Vale. Is it a new quest? I'm potentially guessing. If it's a new quest, I haven't done it yet. Because I'm going back later after I've done things. I'm not sure. I can't actually find like anything about it quest-wise. Oh, that'll probably be a fishing thing. So you actually will have to do the fishing hobby and just be lucky, essentially. I'm guessing, if there isn't something dedicated to it. Someone leaves an arrow at me from hiding. I'm fortunate indeed that it's the town of men and not elves, or it might have hit its mark. The folks are not happy to see us. They should be happy to see me.
With these people?
Yeah, I think it might be a luck thing, or it might even be potentially bugged. Considering it's like day 2, there's a chance that something's bugged. I would not be surprised. Do you think the heirs of Castamere are to blame? I mean, they are. I don't know what to blame for. From what I can tell, they're not exactly the best people. When I get dread effects, it makes me think less of you. In a maybe slightly horrible way. Okay, so make our way to the top, and I'm hoping there is like a couple things where we just go here, go here, go here. If not, we'll take a slight detour and just have a look at those quests, potentially.
Supporters of the heirs of Castamere? No, I do not think they are responsible for this.
Dunny here looks directly in the eyes and holds your attention. My people have suffered much, as we all have, and King Alisar did not take the time to visit Morla himself. There is no conspiracy here. The folks of Vale grieve, and their grief has made them angry. I understand, for I am angry too. I get it,
Well, then.
but maybe don't start attacking his friends.
To master my grief and that of my people.
Okay, but King Alisar would do well to remember that we're not all folk of Gondor. Our stern are as cold as the elves he loves. Harsh. And if he does not take care of his kingdom, may slip away. And when it does, if it does, is not to be the fires of the Corsairs, but the fury of his own people. You tell him, Mount Tavelad, he has my loyalty. I am sworn to Gondor, but these are the true words I speak. He would do well to heed them. He's gonna have to go into like city management mode. Okay, so we have we're starting to move up slightly in terms of level, so 143 now. But travel south to the Black Root Vale in King's Gondor, rejoin Alisar on the road to Anfalas. So we can probably go Peligir and just like make our way anyway. But sorry, Dol Amroth and up there, because I think we got a Dol Amroth travel. I am really curious about picking up these. That is actually a really cool horse. Is that a new horse? I want it. I have not seen that horse before. Right, so I think what I want to do is go here, and then we can stable master over here, then up to here, and then we can go like back to Dol Amroth with a travel skill. I think that is probably the best idea we can do, because that should get us 2 quests done, and I'm hoping these are relatively easy. We'll probably have to go Morlad to complete the quest. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's not that far in terms of everything. And obviously we got our necklace as well, but not very interesting in my opinion. Okay.
Welcome back to Alagrant, my friend. To what do I owe this visit?
You inform him that you come on behalf of King Alisar to deliver a message to people. He calls over the other inhabitants and steps back to allow you to speak. You offer your sincere gratitude to the people, and a few among them appear heartened by your words, and others entirely uninterested. You apologize on behalf of the king for the severe edicts during the war, including the brief submission of their hunts by order of Malthalam, and a few people in the crowd grumble in affirmation. As you please conclude, the remaining crowd disperses. I appreciate your words. I think many in the Vale will find them to comfort. However, whether King visits us or not is a terrible concern of many of us here. Although we are all thankful for terrible war has ended, it is no secret that we are sheltered from the worst of its horrors. We are simple hunters after all. If King Elsar wished to offer his gratitude, though, I would not refuse it. Perhaps he can visit Alagrant himself when he next wishes to see the Black Root Vale. I think that's the thing, right, that people need to understand here, is that he's not... You know, there's a lot going on still.
A man by that name did pass
and maybe he'll be back later.
He left not long after he arrived. Why don't you ask Sarnir if he knows where he's gone?
Sarnir is trying to... Yeah, okay, let's go talk to him. He's over there, but we also have this guy. I'm getting weird, very much deja vu for quest lines here.
Draug has lost his favorite toy somewhere in the woods, and try as I may, I haven't been able to find it.
Search for Baloo. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, he just got married. He's trying to rebuild a kingdom. It was like attacked a lot worse. I mean, Grond is a thing.
Ah, yes. Egnir was here for a brief time. He told me he had a matter to attend to in the woods just outside Alagrant.
Okay, we're gonna end up in the woods a lot, I think.
I must confess, I spied him carving something into one of the trees just to the west.
Okay, yeah, so why don't you find out what he was carving? In the meantime, I'll remember the man's name. Okay, so we have quite a bit going on. So there's traps. Is it the traps we set up? That would kind of be funny if it's all the traps we put up for, like, you know, stuff. It's like, oh, actually, shouldn't have done that. There would be no reason to do this, but imagine if it remembered which traps you put down. And there was, like, something to do with that. I wonder if it's like the Ered Luin like rabbit quests where you can actually see it. Oh, here we are. Sprung trap. More colorful object. Trap scratches your eye. It's blue. The color and the name. Okay, is that are we happy? Are we a happy dog? Happy, how's an excitement and practically snatches blue from your hand. I am always happy to help a dog. You know, it's my duty to do so. Okay, so what am I looking for? Defaced carving. Spot appears to be defaced carving on the nearby tree. Although the carving still has been defaced by deep slashes, it clearly reads E plus D. No, Ghost. I have never heard of this. Actually, no, I was told it. Like 5 minutes before you came to stream. Actually, I remember now. I was told.
Defaced? Perhaps I was mistaken. Maybe it was carved some time ago then by another's hand or even Egnir's own.
I mean,
to describe it, it seems to me a sort of lover's mark.
Yeah.
I say some sorrow must lay heavy upon
Egnir, and then D.
What other reason would he travel so
far
from Morland to try to rid himself of it?
One thing that's for certain, I don't think it ever did not refer to Dirian over that. I don't believe he and Egnir ever exchanged a single word that you saw.
The name of that man Egnir meant to meet. Ludir.
Ludir.
I believe he's one of the Lord's archers, but I couldn't say where to find him. Who sent you here again? Widor, was it?
Widor. All right, let's make our way down to the other area. See, this is what I mean when I say I get distracted rather easily, because here we are, like, supposed to just be going straight down, and then I'm over here. Only medium weird. I mean, like I said before, it depends on the person you're talking to. I think there are plenty of people I know where it would be a little bit more than medium weird. Should we see what else we get? Creative crafting materials. I'm not really worried about those sort of things. I will come back for them because, again, I would like to get materials if I can.
Why don't you talk to Bregon and see what you can make of his claims? He says he was run out of Tarlong's crown by Corsairs.
Okay, let's deliver our words here.
I haven't seen you in quite quite some time.
Yep, it's been a while.
I'll have to tell Sarnir that you're back.
But we are not going to be around for long. I'm sorry, Landcraft.
Welcome to King's Gondor, friend.
I'm not going to accept any more quests. That's the plan. I just want to go up here, and then we'll go back to Morlad. Actually, in fact, the Vale Left Behind, I might be able to get away with not doing it so far. But then Dead and Living, we're not going to do. Again, that's going to be a later thing. Our story so far, I mean, it's just continuing on so far. We're not really in the Umbar portion. We're more in the, hey, we're doing a tour around Gondor with Aragorn.
What business brings you to Landcraft?
Come on behalf of King Elsar to deliver a message to the people. Yeah, cool. We're just telling them. And now we have to go to Tinglebell. And then once that happens, we shall actually return to King Elisar. Wait, no, wrong quest. We will return to King Elisar on the road to Anfalas. So actually moving into the Outer Gondor, actual new content, new zone, very, very soon. And we have kind of cheesed it already because we already have our travel skill over here by not really accident. It's just by chance. That's just kind of what's happened is I picked up a travel skill and it let me go there early. So, you know, that could be useful. You never know. Oh, I also forgot. I'm supposed to be adding to my Corsair outfit that I was slowly building. I did get these legs, didn't I? I don't think it physically changes anything about the cosmetic, but it's a thing we have. I actually think the delay on YouTube shouldn't be actually as bad, honestly. But I know there are, like, if you type in chat, I do see it later because it's like on a different part of my screen. I think it depends on what device you're on sometimes, because your delay is always inconsistent.
Has the Lord sent you to check on our progress?
Kind of. I don't think he knew. Anyway, I'm not going to jump in fellowships. I'm just saying, because again, this is going to be like a video thing. I don't want to be like messing up anything. Whenever I actually plan to do videos and whatever, because it's just, I don't know, it ruins it slightly, in my opinion. Right, back to Morlad though. We have our Stave Master, and then again we can go straight to probably Oslandir if we can, since we did pick up that travel skill or travel location. It's a little bit closer than Dol Amroth itself. And slowly closing in 142. So progress is decent, and all these 150s should be slowly building up my zeros. So that's going to be an interesting one. Actually, no, I lie. I'm actually building into determination now, aren't I? 150 at a time. I forgot about that. Okay. I mean, this quest then, and then this quest should both should level up our determination. I should really check what our determination goes up to soon. Okay, I should talk to you.
At last you return, my friend.
And we also get our essence box, which again, not really all that interested. What on earth happened? Oh, I think I clicked use. Like, that makes sense. So, where'd I say we were going to? Oslandir. I mean, why not, Ghost? Why not have that in your mind? You should change your phone's wallpaper to Peppa Pig. But don't scale it, it'll just be really stretched. Okay, let's make our way north. And I'm hoping relatively soon. I mean, I think we've done quite good progress. An hour and a half in, and we're on 3.6. So we're like 6 chapters in. I don't think that's bad. Honestly. So, really happy. Oh, actually, really need to make sure I don't drop to my death. I do have a cutlass from the epic. So this one. I've been building my slow Corsair style build. And I do quite like this cutlass. I'm not 100% sold. I do hope there's a slightly better one because it looks a little bit like beat up. I like the hilt. I'm not too sold on the blade. Bearing in mind the normal one I choose is this one, Daylang, which is one of my favorite cosmetic weapons. So, but I do like that we have a dagger as well. The dagger is probably going to go on my burglar. Well, it says cutlass, so that's what I'm calling it. Oh, there's a bridge here now. Nice. Hi, you two. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. They greet you warmly as they approach. Okay.
Thank you for going on my behalf to Morlod.
I'm going to give him an account of the grim sentiment that pervades the Vale, and the words of its ruler, Elisar nods. I think he understands. It's just like he's got a little bit on his plate at the minute. Just a little bit, but, you know, I think he gets it. I know it's going to let my other concerns guide me in error by sending you there. I should have gone as well. On my return journey, after we see Amphalas, I'll go to the Vales and speak with them personally. Good. And
this
Arwen...
is the road to Amphalas, westernmost fief of my husband's kingdom.
He's spoken to me of its ruler, Goliskill? I cannot speak today. Who marched into the defense of Minas Tirith and a number of soldiers in his household guard. He perished in the Battle of Moradon moments before the defeat of Sauron, and Elisar grieves that he sacrificed so much and never saw the victory for which he died. I understand it. He asked you to bring his people word for his bravery and in the face of death. So we're going to go up to... let's get rid of the deed. Melgabas. Which is a little bit of a trek. Just a tad. This looks quite empty up here, so I'm interested to see if we actually can go past, like, this bridge. Or, like... I mean, that has stuff in it. So we can probably go at least there. I mean, okay, there's a stable master there, so we definitely can explore it. It just feels very empty, but it might fill up as we progress through, as in, like, we'll find locations, we'll find, like, camps and little... stuff like that, and it should fill up with little flags. Again, I do like the zone so far. I think my only, and it's not necessarily a complaint, but my only thing so far is there is a lot of travel. Like, there is nothing going on this path. Like, going up here, there's nothing going on. Yeah, I might have a quest later. But it's definitely going to be a case of grab as many stable monsters as I can. And then just hop between them all. Maybe even pick up this campsite so that I have somewhere extra to go. Because, I don't know. I like the traveling sometimes. But it can get a little over the top. And I think that is one thing so far where it's like, yeah, we're traveling around, but it's a lot of traveling around. A lot of traveling around, like, empty spaces as well. I think that's the thing. Because I'm not even fighting these enemies. I'm literally just running past them, so it's not really anything interesting. But I can hear the sea. And I can, you know, see this here to Umbar and the Shield Isles. And I can hope and pray that we get there soon. And also I see Dol Amroth. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna swim over to Umbar. I get that it's like, yeah, after a war, but it's not like there was anything necessarily here before the war. It's not like I'm seeing ruins. That's something, but... As I said, it's not a complaint necessarily. It's just like, I don't know. The first time around, it's kind of that thing where I get to it and I'm like, ugh, I can't wait until I have trouble. Oh yeah, no, that's the thing for me as well. At the moment, I ended up opening another one of these, right? So I've got this uncommon, but I can't deconstruct it. And I don't want to pick up these, like, so now either way, I guess I'm better off opening them in case they stack, but I, you know, I can't do anything. It happened like as I finished stream yesterday. I don't really know why, like what the reason was, or if they've said. All I saw was in the launcher just being like, hey, we're stopping it now. You have to be at level 151 to use it. Which is like, I guess is a really easy way of barring an item from use rather than like disabling it in another way. But as far as I'm aware, they didn't have to take the servers down for that, so, you know, that's interesting. I mean, it looks like it's fixed technically because I've got embers coming here. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So it's for embers instead of motes. I read it backwards. So yeah, okay, so that is supposed to be motes, not embers. I did think it was a little bit weird that I was getting embers for this, but I still have some old like 130 stuff that deconstructs from embers somewhere. I can't remember. I just never got around to actually deconstructing it. Anyway,
these fine folk?
I am on my own, am I not? Oh wait, it's the king.
The king and queen have come to Anfalas?
Yes.
I never thought I would see.
And
such
more
a day
importantly,
as this.
I, Tarvelard, has come to Anfalas finally. Okay, I never thought I'd see a day such as this, for the Langshine is so far from the White City that it seemed we were just a distant in their minds, if not further. It must be that we are impressed by the sword and spears that Lord Goll's skill brought to bear in the war. He is greatly missed. Tell the man that he fought bravely on behalf of the king and brought honor to Anfalas. He smiles and holds up his hand. I just hear so stranger, but is unnecessary. His quality was well known to his people, and through his son Orgalas is still young, although his son is still young. There's none doubt he will grow to his father's equal. But you do bring pleasing words alone, or do you have? Are you here to help us? We can use assistance thinning of the links hereabouts, and the Corsair have been even more of a problem as of late. So we get axe, and I'm curious if we want to use the axe. Because I get a lot of crit. I get like 1,100 crit, basically. 1,150 something. But I lose physical mastery, but I gain vitality. So, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see Karasgar, but I don't know where Karasgar... Karasgar I felt like was very dwarf adjacent. But maybe that's just because that was the content it was. Maybe. I think it would be kind of cool, and I think it would be nice to have some payoff to the choice you have. Because, right, at the end of... slight spoilers, but kind of not really. It's been a while. But slight spoilers for the end of Karasgar's questline. You have, like, 3 choices, right? So you can either give the book to Karasgar, you can give it to... like Minas Tirith, and there was another option as well that I can't remember off the top of my head. So it'll be interesting to see how that sort of pays off, or if it does. Like, if you gave it to him, what, like, changes?
Will you play a game with me?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be playing hide and seek. I've already had to do enough dares and stuff with, before the shadow. I'll leave you to it for the minute. Right, so we need to defeat Lynx near Melgabus, and I also have to defeat Corsair. Hi, it's a Lynx. I forget being on a war steed takes away your focus, so makes sense. So I think we should just dismount and run about. Find as many links as humanly possible, and hope that we find some Corsairs along. I mean, technically, yeah, right? It's Harrod Waith, and then you've got Umbar within and Candace here. There's a chance. So where did we physically see him last? Was like up here. So it'd be quite a trek, but when has that stopped characters doing anything? I mean, it's within like the region, because Umbar is here, so it technically is an island, but it's still technically collected, not fully, but like kind of like, you know, the Shield Isles is an island, and for some reason, even just looking at that is very reminding me of DDO. Okay. Have yet to see a Corsair. Thankfully, it's only 4 links. So if I can find 4 links or 2 more, then the map will sort of lower a little bit. Oh. Are you a Corsair? A Corsair Castaway. For some reason, seeing Dun Ox, right? Makes me think I'm in Dunland. Makes me like... Maybe it should have a different name. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit too differently. Okay, 1 more, but I do have a Corsair up here. Boom. Okay, at least we're finding a couple more of these. Because if it's like kind of equal, that's good. But there's my final one, and then we're halfway through the Corsairs. Hopefully... Oh, do you know what I didn't do that I was supposed to do? I've just realized. I was supposed to be looking at Determination and having a look, because it's at 87 now. I guess I can look at passives. It's not a massive passive amount difference, but I think there's a decent... I mean... I'm sure it's already on the wiki. Or at least I can see what 86 is. So 86 is where we were at before. And we were at 1,064 agility. So that's a, you know, 50-ish jump, 52 jump. We're at 2,564 on physical mastery, so that's like 125. And then crit, we're at 1,809, so we're on 89 increase there. And then passives is, again, like a, what was it, 25 increase. Oh, I don't need you anymore. I need the Corsairs. I don't care about the links now. Worst case, if we really struggle to find the final one, we do have our travel, not travel skills, our tracking skills. You know, this is where we actually find out that J-Jax is the Weeping Warrior. That's the true twist of the story. I mean, how many times in this game have we had characters disguise as other characters and not being able to tell it until they reveal? Could happen. Never say never. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. I am going to go get this Stable Master because we also have this Stable Master already. So we can kind of cheese the travel between here and there. which is quite nice. And also, it's quicker for me to get here and stay master than it is for me to travel all the way back. And for later when I also have to make my way from here to here. I mean, we've also had, at the end of Minas Ithil, you know, disguised rangers. It happens a fair amount. Even in this story, we had, well, I guess it technically wasn't. I don't know. I can't remember if at the end of chapter 1 that Arwen was actually disguised as someone else, or if it was just like they sort of sided around the saying who it was. It was like, oh, the bodyguard, my most precious bodyguard, and then it's like, oh, it's Arwen. I don't actually think she was disguised, like straight up. I actually can't remember. What do you want? Are you an Angmarin? You are.
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
My search for this cursed child is ended. We are to bring eternal ruin. Here to bring eternal ruin to Amplas, and the prosperity of Langstrand is in your hand. Every single huntsman I sent to end this imminent doom upon us does not return, but I see you look very capable. You look at the stranger with elevated skepticism. Please, time is of the essence. The trail ends here among the bluffs of Amplas to the southwest. Find the cursed child. I didn't know we were in the Harry Potter universe. It's like that wagon quest where I've like seen something and it's like, oh, that's piqued my interest. I'm just doing it because I'm curious. Not even because I'm distracted. I'm like, I'm finding the quest because I want to know what on earth is going on. The huntsman. What do you want? That's why I asked you. I'm going to scare you away by slapping you in the face. Sure. Okay.
We'll do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Women recoils at your approach, but you raise your hands in surrender. Accursed child, you say. I'm no child, but I've been running from hunters all my life. I was told the circumstances of my birth were extraordinary by Garrick. When my mother passed, he took me in. I was treated poorly and subjected to horrible experiments for my own esoteric pursuit of knowledge. Apparently, my existence is akin to a curse upon Amplas. When I grew older, I managed to escape, and I've been on the run since. I do not know whether I'm cursed or not. I've done running. Would you help me gain my freedom? I don't see anything particularly wrong. I don't quite know if that's just a way of him being like, you must return her to me. She is cursed, therefore you have a reason to return her. Or if he's actually like, maybe he's just crazy. Maybe he's cursed. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like I'm not being told the whole story. Curse could be like a poison, but it's like, or like a plague. Could be a thing. It's not like specifically a curse, but could be seen as one. What is up?
You will perish.
I'm gonna have to find him. You returned empty-handed. You placed all my faith in you to prevent this doom. You informed the woman must go free. Never, you have no idea what you have done. You'll be doomed to us all. I don't know. So far, we haven't seen him. I don't really know what Gandalf is. Gandalf is probably still annoyed about Sam's poems, so he's probably still like seething from that. Otherwise, I don't really know what he's up to. He might be partying with Frodo for all I know. Okay, you can return.
You're here to help.
I don't been able to live peacefully without a shadow looming over me for quite some time, and I'm in your debt. Cool. I wonder if we will see any more of her. That feels like a very odd, like one and done type of thing. So I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Oh, I dismounted way too early. So how much do we get at? 500,000. So we are 5 quests still from leveling. So picking up a few here and there is not the end of the world. It's actually a pretty good idea all around. Okay. So we want to go back to Melgabas. I would love to see Rook. I said yesterday, and I've said this many a time, but Rook is one of my favorite characters just because. Why wouldn't he be? But honestly, maybe it's too strong. Like having J-Jax and Rook, 2 of my favorite characters, might be too much.
You took care of the beasts that threatened Melgabos?
Yeah, yes, I did. Perhaps the king and queen knew what they were doing when they brought you with them to visit. I have a feeling we've done quite a lot to prove ourselves. But there may be some more serious afoot than even those foes. The guard has come to Melgabas with Lord Kyrion, and he looks worried. Perhaps he will share with a member of the king's traveling party what has brought him here. I mean, I would also love to see more Nona. I feel like Nona could kind of fit in Umbar. Like if she ended up in Umbar somehow, I feel like that could slightly work. Top 3 like non-main characters though probably is Rook, J-Jax, and Nona.
If you have
Unless I'm like missing one, but like if I forgotten them, they're probably not that important. And I know my least favorite. I know my top 3, and I know my least favorite. My least favorite is Laodan. Plain simple, done. Don't like him. Horn is like kind of good, but only because he's, because Nona's in the picture. If you have the trust of the king, then I suppose you have more than earned my own. I hope I do not step wrong by telling you this, or the Lady Mara will have my head. I am seeking Orgalas, the young heir of Lord Goliskill. He has gone missing. Oops.
This is not
That's
the
not
first
good.
time Orgalas has slipped his keeper's watch.
Okay, but of course I still harry the coast. I did not tell you. I need not tell you that once harmless excursions have become more dangerous than before. Will you help me look for him? Search along the beach to the south, and I will ask around the fishing village to learn if anyone has seen him as of late. Oops. Okay, one thing I do want to do real quick is I just want to have a little peek at whether or not I want to use this. So my physical mastery goes down, but my crit goes up. But my crit is 24.5. My physical mastery is 204.4. I'm probably going to stick with it for the minute, but our caps are obviously going to be quite higher soon. What on earth is going on here? It's a very over-the-top animation, whatever this is. See no sign. Ah, I know what your issue is. You're not actually digging anything. That's why you're making no progress. So, do you want some help?
I'm so very tired. The kingdom is tired.
No, I do not require help, she intoned. As if you repeated these words to others before. Well, I'm a little bit worried about you, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so someone aren't you? Let me work in peace. If you truly wish to help, then find me some pebbles and a piece of driftwood. Should be plenty along the beach here. Okay. Another piquing my curiosity style of quest, it seems. If it was a little bit more of a subdued animation, I probably would have not paid much attention, but you know, I'm a little interested. I mean, there's certainly a lighter circle around here, so something's going on. Could be one of those situations on like older cartoons where you could easily tell what item was going to move because it was like kind of a different color or a different like brightness. Maybe there'll be something like that where, you know, there's going to be a hole and we can tell it because it's kind of just been covered up. Okay, if my son were here, thank you too. I'm sure he had good manners. I made sure he had good manners after all. Of course, I took him away, but the sea claimed him in the end. I have nothing to bury but this crate of seashells from his childhood. Okay, do you want to hand... Oh, that's the horse doing that. That was weird. There seems to be a lot of one-off quests. Be interesting as we, like, maybe go through the epic if more add on, or if there's... Because there are some times where it's like, you know, they get added on... Or do I have to go further across the beach? You know, you come back later, or you do a different quest, and it opens up a quest with someone else. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that's kind of nice. She's actually done, like... I kind of wish I saw that. Or it may be a case of, like, when you look away, it does it. Very low quest density. Does it sort of pick up in actually like Umbar, or is it kind of a little lackluster all around? Because Gundabad was very like chock full, and so was Before the Shadow. So, but I can see them maybe wanting to not distract too much during this bit of the content, and maybe when you get to Umbar, like picking up. This villager is stronger than I am, though. How do you have more morale than I do? It's just not fair. Yeah, it seems from the deeds to be about that much. I think, I don't know, we'll just have to see. Maybe we'll spend a little bit of time when we get to Umbar, just like, doing a bunch of side content first.
You found no sign of the boy?
Nope, no sign of him whatsoever. What up, Aragon? But neither is this evidence he ran afoul of danger. He strokes his chin, grazes over the waves. Is there a tall watchtower or some sort of some sort of long coast? It might have climbed such a tower in order to get a better view of the course their ships out in the bay. Such a sight might be difficult for a young boy to refuse if my own childhood is to be any indication. So we did see earlier there is this area. So Barad Thane. We do have already the travel for that.
Have you come to help? Good.
I need to start getting the discounts for these areas. I'm starting to leak a little bit of money, I think. To be fair, I think I'm actually quite good considering I had to reforge 3 weapons last time. Right, up we go. I also want to talk to you because I don't think I...
What happened here?
Murder! Murder mystery! I want to do it. I love it.
Our men fallen in war.
It might not be a murder. Okay, perhaps you could find what I could not. I love myself a detective-y type questline, and I hope this is the case. Close the stain with green equal. This. Oh, interesting. We saw that before, so maybe he ran here. Okay.
The victim's clothes.
Yes.
Stained in a green ichor.
That's what I said.
That seems to line up with what I found as well.
Okay. Because we both saw it.
Odor to it also. You should investigate amongst the townfolk and see if anyone has seen this substance before.
Okay, let's be careful. The careful merchant. Okay, so the merchant last time had something to say.
Green ichor. We have none of that here in Barad Fine.
Okay, mofar drafts.
Drafts are for mending and treating injuries.
Cannot say such a substance comes from here. The anxious man. Where is the anxious woman?
Anything suspicious to report?
Yes.
Why, of course.
Yes.
All manner of foul play is afoot.
Okay. Corsairs are harrying the shores. Animals are pestering our forages. Well, there is one person I do not recognize here, and he seems very anxious. I couldn't tell where to find them, but if they look out of place and disturbed, chances are you found your quarry. I thought she was going to talk about me, being like, I don't recognize you. Maybe it was you.
I've done nothing wrong. I was just passing through. On my way to Lond Kirian, I was.
Okay.
My wagon was hijacked just up the road before arriving here.
Yeah, okay, so we've seen this before. Ended up a day later to find my wagon abandoned in the town's western entrance. Surely you can find more of that wretched substance. So, yeah. Up here. We've seen this all before. Stained shard. Okay, let's return back and see what's occurring.
This shard of glass is intriguing. It is familiar to me. Or rather, I've heard of this before.
Okay. What have you heard of before? I mean, it's got to be something to do with Val Apothecary, right?
This ichor, it is grotesque and foul in
Yeah.
smell. A certain result of fell experiments. Now, I've only heard rumors of such a thing. Ghastly abominations roaming the halls of Khan Doom.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna mention the outside the Lone Lands broken cart. I did notice it, but I was gonna be fair and not mention it. Because I have no experience with this, but my friend was so curious about the depths of the place, he decided to venture there. Torvendor was his name. Only assume the whatever lay waiting in this hall has now found its way here to us. I have a new lead. One of the townsfolk spotted a suspicious figure running off towards the western road at night. I like how they're kind of assuming I've never been near Condom, except I'm pretty sure I've done all of Condom on this character. Be interesting when we get to here with Faerand, because it's going to be like, oh, you've done everything already? Okay, cool. Okay, another fragment. One looks a little bit more full. That actually looks something. Put together. Please don't make me dismount every time. It's going to be a sad time having to do that. Oh, and another one. I'm going to have to defeat a Seahawk, I'm guessing. Oh, fine. Threaten to attack. Wait, why did this one not dismount me? What? Why is that the case? I mean, I'm not going to complain. I asked for it, but that's a little odd. Oh, I am in combat. It's fine. Picked up another one. This shard is smaller. The trail keeps going. Okay, I think we might be near the end. Nope. Is it going to end at the campsite? It's either going to go campsite or it's going to go north. And I bet now that I said that, it's going to go down here. Campsite would be, I think, a good... Oh, okay. I said it because I wanted to guarantee it was going down this way. And I knew whatever I said wouldn't be right. The game actually hears me and changes the quests around what I say. Okay, a campsite. I was right. I just was talking about a different campsite. That's all. Sorry, Seahawk. You're in the way. Couldn't help it. What's occurring in here, though? I've been spotted. Are you the man who stole a unique sash? A sash that seems to resemble those worn by Corsair, but it is uniquely different. Maybe he was some sort of captain of sorts. Maybe J-Jax will be able to help us. Might be able to tell. You never know. Yeah, I need to go through some of my recipes. I've still got all like the recipes for whatever thingies. Slag Hill stuff. my Dol Amroth armor, my Farin Orient essences, now my new essences, my new stuff, my shield. In fact, I want to have a look at it. It's not that great looking, I'm not going to lie. Could be better. But I'll take it. Right. Is there going to be a little bit more to this quest, or is this going to be it?
This sash. It is unlike the ilk of Corsair we see that typically trouble these shores.
Okay, new clue. We have a new clue. Oh, don't make me go all the way back there.
I shall try to glean more information from the sash you brought back.
Okay, I'm not going to go there straight away. I do at least want to continue on a little bit with the epic. Kneels around Barrett-Fane, studying the ground intently.
This is just the sort of place I expected.
What do you make of these
What
tracks?
do you make of these tracks?
I didn't even see them. And I have tracking skills. It's possible the tracks are left by a child's shoes, but it's hard to say. I mean, that's also a thing. I don't know what, like, age I'm looking for. You know? It says child is too young, so I guess I probably want the, like, little child models compared to, like, more of a... I don't know, do you really see, like, a teenager model in this game? I feel like it's children or adult. No in between. Hi.
What do you want? I'm not ready to return to Lon Kirion, and you cannot make me.
I probably could.
Wait, who is that man?
Told you I could.
Is he King Elisar?
Yup. My brother brought me to, my mother brought me to the king's wedding this summer. I saw them from afar. We did not stay long. Could he really have come to Amphalis? Okay. Outside joined the search to find him. The boys were eyes wide in the environment. Oh, he's just gonna run away more now, isn't he? Truthfully, he came to seek me. I cannot believe it. I'll show him my home. Yes, I return at once. Mother will be so surprised.
Lead on, young Master Orgalos. We will follow you to Lon Kirion.
Okay, we have the travel skill, so hopefully we can just go straight there. Go. I do not have track children as a skill. Probably quite thankfully. That would probably cause a little bit of controversy if that was a skill. Okay, let's go. Now that I'm not being attacked as from a random hawk or whatever. Oh, and we are pretty much directly outside the home, it looks like. Quite a... Oh, that's an auction house. So the home is... Oh, we've got to travel to the entrance, not to the home. I mean, the home should probably be quite luxurious. Who would have thought? Leaps around excitedly because I somehow appeared from behind him.
Here we are.
You've probably seen impressive places on your journey through Gondor Minster. This is of course very large, but my teachers say that Lon Kirion is older than them all. Let me show you around. He clears his throat and calls for attention. Yes, what? Oh, you are. Yeah, okay.
Master Orgalos is very excited, but you and the king should first present yourselves to the Lady Mara.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let's go talk to the person actually kind of in charge. That would make sense. Now, this is kind of what I expected. So, makes sense. Okay. I can't remember how many sub-chapters we had last time, because it was it like 11? I can't remember. I just wonder how close we are to actually being done.
You and your traveling party are welcome to Lon Kirion, King Elisar.
Said that weirdly. And all of you wish to enjoy, and all you will enjoy the hospitality of my house. Please Feel free to explore Amplas as you wish, but know the corsairs of Umbar travel alongshore even despite the war's ending. My guards cannot ensure your safety if you stay near the coast. But I understand this elf was present when my husband fell. Would you speak to me and of what befell my dear Golskil in your king's service? Speak of Golskil's bravery before the Bad Gate of Mordor, and you repaid the death of the great Olog that gave him his mortal wound, moments before defeating the Dark Lord Sauron. Mara's eyes brim with tears, but she wipes them away with her sleeve, and her expression hardens. So near to the end then, I worried it might have been so. What need was there for my husband to die if the men of the West were so near to their victory? My Golskil had not the attention of Sauron, but he was one man among hundreds. Whose sword arm failed to slay the Olog that killed my husband before they could reach him? Was it yours? Was it the king's? That's a little harsh. Just saying. Trying to blame me. There's a lot of grief. That's like the main emotion I'm feeling is grief. Someone just wearing a present. The floor is, it reminds me of, you can get this floor, I think, as part of the house thing. I think I had it in the kinship house for a little bit, and then I didn't like it, so I changed it. Anyway, we need to find the library inside the keep, the guardsman on the north, on the bridge. Okay, let's just find the library first. It's an interesting, what's here then? And because, like, obviously that's the makeup of the building. What is that part? What are they hiding from me? Where's the hidden doorway? Smells of dust and candle wax.
Golskil's heir is too young to rule.
And he has ceded some authority to his mother Mara, but there's some in Lon Kirion and elsewhere who believe she is not fit to govern in these trying times and she is still in mourning. Okay, there's another matter of curiosity, stranger. It's known that before he departed for the war, he prepared a parchment containing his last wishes, but it cannot be found. I've spoken to Mara about this, and she brushed away my questioning. There is something untoward going on. She should tell the king, for the safety of Amplas is affected, and that imperils the kingdom. I don't want to get too suspicious, but what if, like, the kindred of coins have said something, and it's like the deed to the area. Do I not have permission to use this door? That's just unfair. Am I not allowed to go snooping? There's clearly something going on there. There's a gap. Same there. Unless it's an outside, like that takes you to the outside. Hello, hello. How are we? I do not have permission to use that either. Do I have permission to do anything here? Okay, same here. There's something going on. There's like an area we can't get to. How very interesting. I think I'm just super paranoid about everything. Because we've already been lied to by the dwarves. And if she's like grief-stricken, is it fair for me to say that maybe she, had a lapse of judgment? Maybe said yes to a proposition that should have said no? Sort of situation like, hey, we'll take over, you can just like live safely. Okay. What do we see?
I saw you in King
Except this little area. I like this little area. It looks cool.
Kirion in the company of young Master Orgulus.
He's a frequent visitor at this bridge, and he often wants news from me concerning distant lands. The news is poor of late. Corsair ships are often seen on the coast. They endanger the fisher folk and peasantry of Amplas. Do they not know that the war is over? I think they do, and I think that's kind of the point. Now, I'm really curious. I'm trying to not die as early as possible, but can I be sneaky, or is there going to be death planes? Because sometimes it's like, hey, me reading quest stuff. I don't generally when I've already done the content. Ooh, where's this going to? But because this is my first time, I do actually want to get what we're going for. Hi, which is the soldier training with bow, sword and with bow. Some of this is written weirdly. It's confusing me. I come here often to watch the soldiers training. One day I hope to have as much martial prowess as they do. I will be as good a fighter as my father was. Nay, I shall be even better. Mother says the war is over, but Enhard Hand showed me a ship far off the bay that must have been full of corsairs sailing from Umbar. I hope they're not all dealt with. I hope they're not all dealt with before I finish my sword training. Okay, so he's got the good attitude. Now we need to return. Fingers crossed, we can go back up the way we came. Good. That would be a little bit annoying to have to manually do that every single time. I guess not terribly bad if so. But yeah, I'll take a shortcut when I can get one. Okay, do we actually get a reward for this? Oh, we do. We get the arm guards. So what we have now is a little bit not fitting with the theme. And once again, 150 virtual experience. All for
Lady
us.
Mara and I have come to an understanding.
Okay. And she knows we did as much for her husband as we could and more with her that is enough. Not enough. She has my promise that we will work to defend her people as he desired. Okay. I still just don't trust anybody with anything at the minute. It's confusing. Okay, why has this one got a thing like that? Maybe it is because it's epic, but I don't remember all the others having that. Okay, and I've offered to them the assistance of my traveling companions, many of whom are deadly with weapons of every sort. I count you in this number, Tavelad, and I would greatly appreciate your aiding the scouts as they seek such foes as trouble. Trouble Amphless. Am I reading that weirdly? Maybe. The scouts have gone in 3 directions, the north, east, and to the south. So do we need to go to all 3? I am guessing. So let's finish our cosmetic look for now, until we get a cloak, that is. Cloak is still the one thing we're mostly waiting on. I do have a cosmetic cloak, but it doesn't quite fit with the aesthetic, I think. It's a little bit flashy. Maybe the word I'm going for. Not as subdued as it needs to be. I mean, I have other cloaks. It's just for some reason I chose the, shiny one. Because even if I go outfit back, I've got all these. It could be a box. Why not? Cloak of the 9. Maybe would... I don't know. Doesn't quite work. It's a bit too dark. But what else have I got? Cloak of Healing. I mean, could kind of fit. This one, not quite. Cloak of the Hunter. A little bit too red. I think I'm looking for a... I think Cloak of Healing is probably the closest I can get. And I do have multiple colors of the Cloak of Healing. I do have the blue one as well and the gray one. Oh, I have totally overshot. My bad. All right. Campsite, where are you? Over here. Is it because he's talking to someone else? Maybe. So if I help them, I can talk to him. Okay. And he's going to respawn. Thankfully, quite quickly. Okay. I believe they will return soon. I'm right. Here they come. Oh, and a level up while we're at it. I will take it. 142. Thank you for the level. Much appreciated. One more level on the thing, which is quite nice. And so we have now a max of 89. And let's just make our way very much due south. Rushing where we can to continue. So I don't know what's wrong with my headphones. They're just really uncomfortable. Normally I'm totally fine. So something's up. Don't know what though. Unfortunately I'm in combat. I was going to maybe start building some of these up, but... I think anything sort of behind the scenes I'm not going to worry about doing until after. Like we hit 150 and finish the content. Because I'm not going to be going around like getting new traceries and whatever for the 141 traceries, I think. I'm not going to be making armor for myself. It's more just a case of I'm more just going to, you know, wait until we get what we get and then, you know, do my delving into stuff. Maybe I noticed one of them's a little bit worn.
Days of peace.
I do actually have some replacement ones. I just need to find them. I just don't know where I put them. They were for my old ones that broke, and then when I got these ones, the cups were that was easy. The cups were fine on these ones, so I was like, because these were brand new, so I was like, oh cool, I'll doesn't matter. So I need to just go find them. I don't know if they're here at mine. I'll have to have a look. Oh no. Oh, I love me a floating shield, sword, and bow. It's my favorite character. There we go. Finally.
There is always work to be done.
Okay. Where are my enemies? Thank you for coming from so far away, because now I can, like, hit you for more. Cool. There was only 2 that time. A little bit weird. In fact, actually, I'm just going to swift travel. It's going to be quicker, quite honestly. Right. Losing my bearings every single time. Oh, something's happening because we're not allowed inside.
Oh, I am glad you have returned.
Asked me to attend to some business about an hour from now, and I'm consumed with worry about what it might be. I'm trying not to be nervous, but well, it's difficult. He's really paranoid.
My friend, the king did not prohibit it, so far as I know.
Okay. I feel better if you were there. Tell me, and I feel like they're really setting him up for like me to be sad when he dies.
I will not forget this.
Okay, let's meet with King Elsa at the appointed hour, and until the time comes, I will try not to worry too much.
Today we are gathered to hear the last wishes of Galazgir.
Oh, interesting.
Who fell in service of the kingdom.
Okay. I was afraid I'd done something wrong. Good, nice. Turns the bright shade of ring because he realized he'd spoken loudly in the quiet room. It's a solemn occasion.
Lord Galazgir's last wishes should have been presented before now.
Wait for the king.
Why wait so many months to reveal his wishes?
I found them only today.
She is totally lying.
Oh, is that so? They were lost.
I also don't like him. I don't like his attitude, but she's totally, like, I think, lying.
Bring them forth, Lady Mara, if you will.
I just assume everybody's working for the enemy. Except Aragorn. And Kaiba. If Kaiba is an evil person, my life will never be happy.
How are we to know the contents of this testament are as Lord Galazgir intended? Mara might have written anything within.
Well, you could tell from the very obvious difference in handwriting. So, I'm just saying.
My scribe has much skill and experience with the written word.
See? You can tell.
He will tell us if Galazgir wrote this testament.
That's why you're here, Kaiba. Give it all to yourself.
Kaiba, will you examine the writing contained within, please?
Oh, yes, of course, my king.
You are becoming more useful by the moment, Kaiba.
It is true, the seal is broken, but the letter within is written in only one.
Haha, I'm so glad they at least sort of, you know.
That proves nothing. Mara might have written or rewritten it in its entirety.
What is your problem, man?
Lady Mara, can you produce a sample of your husband's writing for us?
Or even your own?
I suppose there might be something within this chamber.
Okay, her voice makes me also not trust her.
My friend, find a sample of Galasgiel's writing. Show it.
Am I just like not trusting at this point? I think that's my problem. Potentially his notes. Oh, I literally found it first place. Cool. Okay, these notes are extensive and where you sign them here at the bottom. He must have been very interested in the movement of the currents to have written so much. Let me compare the handwriting to these pages as with his purported testament.
Handwriting matches perfectly.
Good.
Thank you, Kaibar. Read us now the last wishes of Lord Galasgiel, if you would.
Very well, my king.
If I don't get something, I'm going to be mad. Just saying.
I, Galasgiel of Anfalas, make this record in the library of Lond Kirion, my home. Tomorrow I depart for Minas Tirith at the command of the steward Denethor.
Okay.
Should I not return, this testament will direct the disposal of my land and property.
Again, if I don't get something, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to go back to pre-battle Minas Tirith and have a go. For the better part of an hour, Kaiba reads his last wishes.
And to the fishing village of Melgobas, I leave that same sum in gold. I direct also that they be given my notes on water temperature and the currents.
Okay.
The streams of Gondor all lead to the sea eventually.
It's kind of nice extra things.
But it seems to me that even the Bay of Belfalas has rivers of its own. I have one more wish, and I hold it most dear.
Which is?
To my son Orgolas, I leave the great ship Folforoth, the Wave Hunter. May he command
if it's
the
not
Wave
broken,
Hunter in service
I feel really
of
bad if
Gondor
it's just
when
destroyed.
he is old enough. I hope to stand alongside him on the deck when he does. But if I cannot, may he follow in his father's footsteps all the same. To my dear wife Mara, I leave my love and all remaining lands and titles I possess. May she rule Anfalas well and wisely until our son and my heir Orgolas comes of age.
You know, that's like final.
That is the end.
Changed his voice very quickly. He's gonna have a complaint. He's gonna say something.
As King of Gondor, I command that these wishes of loyal Galasgiel be carried out as best they may.
Okay. Nothing. Okay. I'm glad you have heard his last wishes. For now, we will see that they will be carried out. He's a good friend and a worthy soldier, and I want to honor his directives. The solid question I want to answer is in a sensible nature, and I first allow the audience to disperse. So we'll speak of the Lady Mara about the last question when we can do so without too many ears nearby. Why was it open? I think that's the big one. Did you actually lose it? And why was it open?
I am sorry, but it was very hard to hear these things.
Okay. I will shed no more tears. I wish this letter had not been read here today. Mara falls silent, her face a mask. Okay.
I have to ask you something, Mara.
Okay. Fixes his gaze upon the Lady of Anfalas. When he speaks, his voice is gentle, but his eyes are stern. Why did you break the seal upon your husband's last wishes? Parchment is not only found today, as you suggested, papers in your possession ever since Galasgiel departed, and you knew its content before now.
I am grateful for your discretion earlier, my king.
Okay. But I broke the seal and read my husband's last wish out of fear that he would do as he has indeed done. Granted to his son and mine that cursed ship, Wave Hunter. Now, how often did he speak of his intention for Orgolas to follow in his own footsteps and become a great mariner like his father? Too often, and every time it cut me deeply. The Wave Hunter was harbored upstream in Pinath Galen during the war to protect it from corsairs, and I've refused to summon it back here to keep Orgolas for as far as from its threatening decks as I can. When I saw such a bequest had been made, I did not know what to do, but I cannot disobey the command of the King of Gondor, hindering Galasgiel's wishes were bad enough, but I fear for my son's safety. How is it cursed because like it's his because it's dead, or is it cursed because it's actually cursed? That's the ultimate thing here. Oh, new shield again. Nothing useful for me, but I'm curious about the Warden one. That actually looks like something I'd want. Okay. But you'll have my thanks 100-fold if you do this now. I entreat you to forbid Orgelas from leaving Lond Kirion, no matter what his father has gifted to him. Already it is nearly impossible to keep him from sneaking beyond the walls, but perhaps a command from the King of Gondor would stay his steps. I tell you, you're not allowed to go.
I understand this request, Mara, but I fear you may do more harm with it than you will prevent.
Your son will not be kept from leaving your home if that is the purpose of this heart. Through the command, be in the king's voice, Orgelas will know who wrote the words, and that knowledge can only breed resentment. You say Golasgil was a fine mariner, and I do not doubt he was, but I have learned of your husband from my own that is that he cared deep for the people of Amphilis and did not sail from them or from you without great need. Perhaps if Orgelas understood the cares and concerns of the folk he will rule when the time comes of age. He'll make some of the same choices, and the Wave Hunter will remain at its dock. Okay. Let your son come out with our traveling party as we journey to Pinath Galen. Is my belief that Orgelas will see this land with new eyes, and he'll grow into the responsibility he must one. I think that makes sense.
I do not know.
I think she's trying to like. I don't know if it's like cursed, like that cursed ship. Like, damn it, sort of thing, or it's cursed, as in, like, there is a curse placed upon it. Yeah, once his journey gives life to embers that might otherwise not have been cooled. I do not see how such an adventure would prevent, which I fear for my son. If you permit Dayram to also join your traveling party, he may attend my son and keep him safe. I suppose I cannot refuse. She's like, I get it. War's over, you know, only part of her family left and stuff, but maybe she needs to trust us a little bit. Just saying. Where am I going to? Hi. How you doing?
I am surprised Lady Mara has agreed to allow Orgelas to depart.
Yeah, it took a bit of persuading. I will do what I can see, what can do to keep the boy safe from the Green Hills, among the Green Hills. Perhaps he will less likely to switch my watch if he feels that he is on an adventure and need not go in search of another one himself. See, that's the idea.
Is it true? I am to depart with the king's party for Pinath Galen?
Yes.
That is wonderful news!
As where the Wave Hunter is currently docked, are we going to see the ship that my father left to me? We are indeed. I'm going to pick up the Warden Shield.
Do you think there will be fighting?
Because why not? Hopefully not. I said the maps you know, and the road to Pinath Galen leads Lond Kirion to the west. It passes through at Thingast before turning north. How did I read that wrong? And folks say it might be haunted. Okay. I'll have my sword at the ready. Will you tell King Elzar that I am not afraid? So that is 4.1. So that's taken us about 2 hours to get through this chapter. So again, not like 3 hours for the last one, 2 hours for this one. I think we're making pretty good headway. I don't think it will complete chapter 4 today, but maybe we can get about halfway through. Fingers crossed. Or maybe 4 is like a really short one. Says right, we must take through Thingast may be haunted. I've not heard this before, though it's true that the folk once dwelled there, and now only the ruins remain. They were called the Orodhoth by the Dunedain, but they had another name for themselves I cannot recall. Okay, let's remain alert for any dangers that may threaten the safety of the company, spirit, beast, or raiding corsairs. 2 of them seem more likely to me, but I will not discount the possibility that the folks of Amphilis know more about these lands than we do, and it may be truly haunted by shades. I tell you, I have had my fill of spirits. Fair enough. I mean, he can make jokes. It's fine. He's the king. He is allowed to make some jokes. Okay. Forlong would say he can never have his fill of spirit, and Hewlin with a laugh and laugh. No room could be empty of cheer when the 2 of them were in it, except for me when they were in Minas Tirith. I don't know if that was that other one, but Forlong, I think that's the one that I hate, sort of. But there I got now, and cheers seem hard to come by. At least the memory of their jesting remains with me, and I cherish it. So we need to kill 6 enemies in Thingast, or over here. So we are just gonna. It's weird that this counts, even though it specifically says Thingast. But we're going that way anyway, so we'll kill enemies over there. It just makes sense. And if we zoom out a little bit, so we're not going to Andras. I'm guessing that just, you know, isn't a thing. Just trying to work out like if there is anywhere that would match up to like some weird Erebor thing. Erebor? Eregion thing. Eregion? Ariador. What on earth am I doing? And also, why did I jump off of there? It's fine. I'll swim. See how it is. But yeah, I was going to say something and I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, so we're zooming out. Let me get rid of all this. And we'll probably end up going north. But like, I wonder how long it is before, like, that is very clearly, I think, where we're going to leave off. There's a lot of talk of Corsair ships, and then we've got the Umbar Isles and stuff here. Oh, the Shield Isles. And then you got the Umbar stuff over here. So I wonder. Because we're now, what, over halfway? There's 7 chapters. So we're now over halfway through. But, interesting thing we saw, and I don't know where it would be if it's in, like, Epic, I would assume. This one? Story continues in future updates. So I wonder if we'll, you know... Are we getting a full expansion now? Like, or not necessarily full expansion, but like full story now. Possibly not. Also, I really need to finish off these. But like, I have some weird ones here that I haven't done for some reason. Volume 3. It's more the fact that I have done book 4 and book 5. I just haven't done book 6, but I have done book 7. It's weird. And then that one I can't do. I just cannot bring myself to do those 2 books, quite honestly. But I'll have to do them eventually. And then... Have I not done that? 20 Lotro points. I may as well just do it. Okay. Let's actually not worry about that. Can I kill deer? No. But can I kill Avank and have it count? I can. Oh, actually, I should have a look at this shield. Does it look better than the other one? No, it looks exactly the same like the other one. Okay. Do you count? Beast or spirits? Are you really a beast, though? A creature of nature. It's not really... I don't know. I mean, I'll take it as a kill. Like, I'm not that fussed, but... Dark waters. Oh no. Right, that's our enemies killed. Where are we up to now? Tumrost, which is all the way up there. And try and use dash as much as possible and try and not get into combat, ideally. I think that is a good idea. I'm also slightly disappointed so far that normally when you get to the end of like a book or a chapter or what have you, you get like a better reward. But last quest we did, which was the end of 3, right? I got a shield, which like is a weird item to give at the end anyway, because you're not like not every class can use it. And just a marks of renewal. Like I didn't get anything, like I didn't get a tracery or some enhancement runes, which you maybe think I would get. So it's kind of odd. But I don't know. I am hoping... Actually, I'm really curious about that. I was actually literally about to ask or mention, but I was about to say, I really hope at some point we do get traceries. And I was going to say, I wonder what the new traceries are called, or tracery tokens. Yeah, 141 Umbari traceries. Gonna have to go. I don't think I'm gonna really worry too much about the shattered Umbari ones. I'm a little annoyed about the like keen serpent things. I'm gonna have to. I know it goes up to 150, but also it doesn't go up to past 500 or 499 on here, which is annoying. But I wonder if there's gonna be a better like keen serpent thing. I guess I could look, but I don't know if it shows because it's like kind of a weird item. Or that might even just come later, like with the instances maybe. Because we're not getting like skirmishes and stuff now. But I'd like to do a little bit of work before the skirmishes come out and try and actually get on the... Maybe not doing like tier 3, 4, 5 sort of thing, but like tier 1 and 2, sort of just getting comfortable doing those. I know you've come to Pinath Galen for matters most serious, but I beg a boon of you and the king. For we have come to a place of which I've heard a great deal, and all of it good. Okay. Word of the high quality of its grapes has reached the ears of wine lovers across all of Gondor, even in distant Minas Tirith. Do you think you might see if one of the vintners here might gift us a bottle or two of their finest? I do not know what it is that makes wine here so renowned. There is a goblin here. Why is there a goblin here? But it's likely this is like to be my only chance to sample it. Is that likely? But this is like to be my only chance. I mean, we'll do it. I don't know why I didn't accept the quest, but I think I just threw me off. But speaking of accepting quests, let's see.
I am Lumar, Scout Commander.
Let's go talk to this guy first.
Welcome to Earfell, the most fruitful field among all the green hills of Pinath Geli.
I understand your company has come by the road from Avalos. You saw then how dry the land can be, despite how near to the sea it lies. I will of course gift the king and his party some bottles of our finest wine, for you must be so parched. Our land is quite different than Langstrand to the south, where that place is a place of dry, salt-scarred cliffs. Ours is green, rainy country. The mist of the sea comes to the mountains as low clouds, leaving fog in the hollows and giving our grapes a rich, full taste, and the wine we make with them is without compare. We'll go see some bottles, but first I ask some among your company help us with our work, not the king and queen of course, but we have grapes to pick, and you'll surely not refuse when such quality wine is to be a reward. Well, I don't know. Am I back in Ered Luin? Certainly feels like it. No, that's fine. I'll help, and I'm sure I'll find Aragorn around here, you know, helping out soon. He, you know, seems to want to get his hands dirty and show that he's not too high and mighty. Oh, I am curious about you though. I'm mostly looking for there's a lot of quests. I just saw the word delivery and I no longer want to look at anything that guy has to offer.
You have done very well with the work.
I'm so happy to be of help. Should you wish to aid us in future, I would not refuse the assistance, so I suppose the king has other tasks for you. I set aside is so repeatable. I set aside some bottles to your company, bring them to the king's provisioner, and make sure to tell her that if she wishes to purchase more from the cellars of Minas Tirith, the vintners of IFL will give her a fair price. The king should have the finest of wines for his table, don't you agree? I do agree, as long as I get to drink some of it. I feel like Tarvelard is probably a wine kind of guy. I don't know. He's not a high elf, but he is an elf.
Thank you for these. No, we cannot open them now.
Okay, we must save them for the right time. I'm certain they will live up to their reputation, but if we drink them now in the field, we'd be truly wasting an opportunity to enjoy them. Perhaps when the king's business in Pinath Galen is done. Where does he intend to travel next? Where do you intend to travel next? Oh, I should pick up a stable master. Good idea. A whiny elf. I mean,
our next destination
he's been called worse.
stronghold of the Lord of the Green Hills.
Is to keep my friend and companion Hurluin the Fair, but I understand after his death at Pelennor, his daughter now rules from that seat.
Hurluin's daughter is named Nauriel. She is high in the order of knights that protects Pinoth Gelling.
It's tradition in this land that women may also wield sword and scepter. Sorry. She's married to Carandolion. Hopefully I don't have to say that too many times. Who's a brother here of the Black Root. Though I recall the two are quite different in temper. The son of Nauriel and that person is named Thorongil. I heard that name for some reason earlier. I don't know why. Must be about 10. Yes, I'm afraid Hurlin spoke of our campaign in Umbar. Often of our campaign. Well, it's been many years since I wore the name Thorongil. Is maybe? Yeah, okay. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's why I heard it. Now the warrior Thorongil and the King Elsar are the same man, and I would like to keep it that way. There must be a few. Oh, right. Okay, there must be few, as in there are not many. Not there must be a few, as in like, oh, you know. It's kind of like a positive or a negative thing. Anyway, northeast. Let's travel now before we get too much wine, basically. I think that's the gist of it. I am curious, though, looking at the stable master. What? We have two. Meraham. Where's Meraham? Oh, is it going to be that little one? Ah, that makes sense. Nice, luscious green scenery, though. It's a little nicer to run around this than it is kind of a little bit south where it's just rocks. And I don't know, in theory, do we see less Corsairs? Because it's not near the, you know, we're not near the, whatever it's called. See, that's the word. I couldn't think of it. Oh, fire, smoke. Something's happening. Is that good smoke or bad smoke? Like, I see that and I think, oh, someone set something on fire. But it could just be like a celebration. And it's like a bonfire kind of dealio. I don't know. I mean, there are goblins. Goblins and farms kind of go hand in hand, I think. There are many an enemy here. Let's see what's occurring. Why do I feel like I'm going to get a landscape quest for these guys? I mean, it's a Slayer. This is definitely the Slayer area. I actually just thought, though, looking at that corpse, we haven't had too many, like, chests or anything. We haven't picked up too many items, so... I wonder how sort of easy or not it's going to be to obtain, like, shards and stuff. Like, I don't know, going through here with my burglar's going to be an interesting time to actually see that. But I did get some Umbari iron. I did get some Umbari spice. That's something, I guess. I definitely thought that would be a quest there at the very least, but a little bit disappointed. Maybe we'll get back there at some point. Maybe that's part of the epic, potentially. Oh, we saw this while we were here, you know. Just saying. Ooh. Okay, I want to have a look at some of these quests that we have picked up as we've gone, because I'm just wondering if there's any... Like, they do seemingly quite often give virtue experience, which is quite nice. But Just trying to look if there's anything. No. Kind of hoping there was just something interesting there. One day I do need to. I'll have to get to 150 first because I don't want it to like affect my experience, even though it'll be minuscule at best. But I do need to just go through and like finish Infiltrator Surprise finally, and you know, either get rid of or do this roaming threat. I did it for rep, I think, for Fairend, but you know, State of the Expedition, finally do that kind of thing. I just need to go back and complete a little bit of my quest log. Try and use that app thing eventually to try and get as many quests as I can done. Okay. We have discovered the location. Now we need to discover the Stabemaster.
Have you come to help?
I have come to help.
There is always work to be done.
There was a lot of rapper quests I've noticed. Nods in welcome. I've never met you before, but she waits me inside the hall. Okay. And this carpet once again. Oh. You are here? Wait, what? What are you doing? What? Is he disappearing? I'm a little lost. It's got to be in the main hall, or is it like up some stairs? Like that looks like some stairs. Like I gotta go around. That's a very awkward kind of. Oh, that's down. They're not going to be down here, are they? No, they can't be. But she's definitely not up there. Okay, this might be my first struggle of the expansion, is finding the random NPC. Can't go in there, don't have permission to use it. I'm worried she's like invisible. And I think everybody else is confused as well. I think I've got it. I think she's got to be up here, right? Okay, vaguely. So then I gotta go around this way. This is a very convoluted way of doing this. I do not know who designed this house, but they could have done a better job in my opinion. Right, finally.
I am pleased to see you among the Green Hills, King Elisar and Queen Arwen.
You and all your company are welcome to stay here as long as it pleases you. Know that there are still dangers still. Aerodrome fighters were transported here on Corsair ships during the war, and my notes have not found all of them. Raiders from Umbar 2. I have come up the rivers in small boats. Two have come up in the rivers in small boats and harry our people. I see warriors among your company, and if they exercise caution, they should fear little. I understand you have brought the heir Orgalas with you on this visit. My son Thorongil will be delighted to entertain a boy of his own years. Perhaps this elf will show him to my son's chambers. Why do I always get the extra job? Anyway, let's go. I'm gonna struggle to do it, but I need to find. Is it gonna be? It's gotta be this one, right? This makes sense. Uncertainly together.
Hello. I'm going to train to be a knight when I'm older now.
Well, I am a hunter, so I'm gonna train to be a knight when I'm old enough. I won't be very long for now, just a year or two. I'm already practicing my swordplay with sticks and with implements from the kitchen. Do you want to see? We can pretend to duel, and whoever wins gets to be king of Outer Gondor. I might win. Just saying.
I will be fine. You can go now.
Was it once when the sky was clear, I thought you could see all the way to Umbar, but he said it wasn't possible when I was sharp. I'm very sharp eyes, just like my father did. He had a great mariner and fought bravely in the Black Gate of Mordor. I'll be fine. You can go now. New class confirmed. Knight. That's what I hear. He was down at the bottom, right? Ooh. Goblins I found are over here. Elbury. Are you not? Oh. Am I mixing up names? That's awkward. Outside. Yeah, I thought so. Hi. How you doing?
There is always something that needs doing in and around Ostania.
Seems like it. Kill 10 enemies. That's essentially what I'm hearing. There it is. A lot of thingies. I am going to try going over here and hoping, because that looks like a little like farm once again, and probably where some goblins are, or something along those lines. If not, we do know that the goblins are here, so we can go that way. And we also have a reflecting pool, which means we are going to have some sort of instance content going on, because I think the only ones we've had two. There's the one with J-Jax, and then there was one more earlier. I think it was just the will, right? Maybe there was another one. Whether or not it was an instance sometimes is confusing. Not like confusing, but like I forget it. And to be fair, it's not like we have to go there specifically. It is literally anywhere. Like I can kill this goblin and it counts. Basically kill anything I see, and then we don't have to stray all that far away. Sounds pretty good to me. I don't know why I randomly thought of it, but you know how we've talked about doing like pacifist runs or whatever? Can you imagine? It would probably have to be a Lawmaster, but like a Radagast run, where essentially you're not like allowed to kill animals. Like, I can go around killing animals if I was Radagast. Goblins, probably fine. I can go kill cravens and lynx and stuff. I could not do this current content because it required me to kill lynx earlier. Rightio, back we go. An 80 Slayer deed. 8160, presumably. That's, Oh, what am I doing? I was supposed to go talk to the guy outside. My bad. Hi. Sorry, I just ran past you.
For your service on behalf of Ostania and the Lady Norio.
See what the king has made you part of his traveling company because I'm just that good. What up, you two? How you doing? Do you often befriend liars and encourage them to speak untruths? Because Orglas has told me something surprising. There's no way it could be true. So the King Elisar adventured with my grandsire Hurlin in Umbar many years ago, and it is the Thoringal from whom we talked about this earlier. You're not supposed to say. One like King tells me he could not be old enough to be in fight age for my grandsire Hurlin. Eventually in Umbar to think Orglas would believes I was full of falsehoods. I'll tell you, I'm smarter than that. Sorry. Have to tell you, he is. I'm just not supposed to tell you. Right, let's go put on this. I don't know if I'm actually gonna put this on. I don't know how I feel about it interacting with my helmet, or my hat, sorry, but He did say that, yes. Tell him I wish Thorongil will believe me, but he's going to take me to see the Wave Hunter where it sits in dock. I do want to see the ship that my father left me. You tell the boys they should not go alone, but they pay no mind. There's no stopping them. I mean, I should be able to follow. Where's the other guy? Yeah, Dayram at the Keith's kitchen. Why are you eating? You're not supposed to be eating. You're supposed to be looking after children. Now you got two that have run away.
What? Orgalas has left the keep with Nauriel's son?
Yeah,
already?
that happened. Yeah, the boys intend to see the Wave Hunter. Where is docked? He breathes a sigh of relief. That's not far off from the east. Quickly now. It better be a good-looking ship. I'm just saying. I better be impressed. Because if I'm not, well, I'm not going to be impressed. But I better be impressed. They're speaking a lot. Like, they're speaking up a lot. Being like, this is a good, amazing ship. So if it's not amazing, I don't know what to say. I'm going the wrong way again. I didn't mean to do that. Okey-dokes. Maybe oh, is that it? Can I see it from here? I mean, maybe when the sails are unfurled. But so far, that's all I can see is sails. And lots of goblins. That's also what I can see. You know, if you stick on the path, you're generally quite alright. Appears up the ringing of the Wave Hunter. Where is the other child?
I told him not to do it, but he would not listen to me.
Oh, is he halfway up? Oh, there he is. He's just stood on it. Oh, okay, hi. He's halfway at the ringing of the Wave Hunter, even though I told him not to climb it. It's my ship, given to me by my father, and Thorongil should do what I say and not what I forbid. True. Kinda true.
What if he falls? At least Orgalas has sense enough to stay on solid ground.
I wouldn't go quite that far. I'm not letting put the duty to protecting Thorongil. Still, I do not want him to fall, but thank Valor it's not Orgalas up there. Lady Mara would cook me on a spit and serve me to her guests. I have to go do it, don't I? Aragorn would be a little bit upset with me. Clings to the ringing of the Wave Hunter. Do I have to climb it? Beckon. I'm going to beckon him to come down. Why should I? Because I told you to. Like, that's why. Okay, he just grudgingly descends.
You worry too much. He was not in any danger.
Even if I was, I would not be afraid. I'm no coward. Swordbearer of the Grand Sire Hurlin and mighty hero of Gondor. He warred with Umbar many years ago, and I've heard men-at-arms of Ost and Arndir. There we go. That even today, that the Umbarim tremble when they speak his name. I am going to follow in his footsteps as soon as I'm old enough to become a knight of the Green Hills. And that is the truth. Unlike whatever lies Orgalas insists on telling, to think King Elsar might be the same man as Thorongil of old. Pig slop. I tired of the ship anyway. Orgalas' mother sent the Wave Hunter here during the war, and it didn't even see any fighting. What a waste that is. I mean, if you knew why, though. She has a decent reason for it, I think. Anyway.
I suppose we should return to Ostandir.
But he is, I think he is, I don't know. Kicks a small stone in the water and then ripples run up against the side of the Wave Hunter before dispersing. He's rather childish, isn't he? He says he'll become a knight of the Green Hills. I think he's too rash and too unthinking and too, I don't know, a proper knight should not be any of those things. He does not give a thought to any of his people. Speaks only, see, this is good. This is what we wanted. We wanted him to be like, I didn't mean to do that. We wanted him to be like, no, I need to look after my people. That's more important than, you know, necessarily fighting. I think we're making progress. we don't really have to worry about Thornhill's, you know, mentality. Really, I mean, we'll probably get put on that next because I don't even know what we are at this point, or you know, Aragorn's traveling party. We're just like therapist as well. And stares at me with apprehension. What did I do?
The boys are safe?
Yes.
Thank the Valar.
The Corsairs are attacked in force. Oh no.
The Lady Norio prepares
I want someone to fight.
to deal with the Corsair raiders.
Hurry now to her side. There is little time to waste if we are to save the folk of Tum Rost. Okay, I also got an earring, which again, actually like pretty decent in terms of that. Like they just give you one earring and it's like, hey, here's everything. But again, I think what we have level-wise, and again, we would have got an increase. Like that vitality went up by quite a bit, I think, when we leveled up. So I felt like a lot of the time the XP earrings, although I'm not getting extra experience, just the having them as the scaling earrings is better a lot of the time than the earrings I get from questing. Oh wait, we gotta go down this way, and then we gotta go up there. I'm just naturally used to running straight ahead, and that's where I need to go to talk to someone, but no, I've got to run around and then go backwards here and then go somewhere else.
A number of Corsair ships have sailed in secret up the Hathalant.
Okay, now they pillage farms and villages of Tum Rost. I will dispatch your soldiers. I want to see you with us. Let's go.
We will fight alongside you
Good.
to defend the Green.
Count my warriors among your number. Are you prepared for this? Tell me when you're ready to depart. I don't really think there's much preparing otherwise. Let's go.
The people of Eofel suffer at the hands of the Corsairs. The smell of burning grapes hangs on the air.
No! I want the grapes. Can't do this to me. I mean, do I just... If I run ahead with, like, AoE, kind of... I might get through this a little bit quicker. Until we hit, like, the scripted enemy where we can't hit him. But I think we're good. I think we're stronger than the game kind of expects us to be around. Well, not necessarily expects, but like minimum wants us around to be. Okay, I want to see what these enemies are. Okay, these are just regular sort of enemies. Go to all the raiders to the north. Oh, there is more. Oh, I actually have to go talk to this one knight. Hi. Would that I have a company of mounted swan knights to which suits course system in place you and I will have to do. What do you mean? I'm worth more than a whatever group you wanted. Look at me, I'll take him out before you even get there. Almost. Actually, genuinely haven't. I think the reason Rain of Arrows is a lot quicker is because if I crit with it, it lowers the cooldown, so that's why it actually kind of works a little bit better. Anybody else? You seem all hopefully all right. $141 is so high. Well, I'm not even 141. I'm 142. I keep saying 140 though. Like I'm saying, I know. And soon will be 150. I do keep forgetting, even though I know I'm over, but I do keep forgetting that 150 is the max now. Hi, hiding Corsair. How are you? You're not very good at hiding when I got a mini-map. Hmm? Now what are you gonna do? You don't expect me to have that power. Just gonna run this way. Grab the other one while I'm here. I think I've had a few people sort of say similar things where they want to, they just watch it. They don't necessarily play it. Hello, hello, how are we doing, though? I think, I don't know. They did a stat squish, so they might be using that to, like, potentially gear up for a level squish. I don't know if they've categorically said, like, no stat squish or level squish ever, or if it's more just, like, not at this time. Okay, most of the villagers run hard for the Corsairs set hillside aflame as they climbed up the village, and the folk of IFL did not delay. They took shelter among the buildings as the first sign of the Corsair approach. Once we built their fires, most of the danger should be over. Just before you returned, I heard the dwarf Gimli shouting back in the main square. You should ensure he has all hand. It could be more of the Corsairs hid themselves and thought to do some mischief when our backs were turned. Let us see. Gimli. What up? Stay behind. I was right to do so. Some of the Corsairs read hid themselves from the square and thought to attack Elsa from the rear, but there may be more. You should follow after him and see if there are any villains with the same idea. Has he gone down this way? Guessing. That makes sense. There are. Haha. It's funny how I used to not like split shot for some reason. I can't remember why I didn't like split shot, but I didn't, and now I'm using it so much. That was a little less damage than I'd hoped, but I think we're fine. The down, are we going up or down? Actually need to wait for you because I don't know. Double. There we are. I would have not thought to follow that path. I would have gone that way, and I would have hit the barrier. Why do I expect some enemies to come from behind us now? Maybe not. Okay. The main Corsair ships must have anchored further down the river, for most of the raiders rode here in secret, piloting small boats. Why would they set fire to the hillside as they approach Ivel, giving away their presence before reaching the area, the village to their destination? Perhaps that was the answer. Still, it's good to hear our most villagers unharmed. We should search the shoreline to ensure no Corsair remain here in hiding. It's possible we overlooked some of the fleeing pillagers. Or they're distracting. I just assume at any point that we're being distracted. Like, that just feels to be the truth. I swear if it's J-Jax. Nope, better not. Oh, no, we good. What are they setting up? What are you doing here? It was wrong and we should not follow the warriors, but he said that if we didn't, my father would know his heir as a coward. I'm no coward.
I should not have listened to him.
Yeah. Stand up yourself a little bit.
I knew it was wrong. There was no convincing him. The Thorongil wanted to get a closer look at the ships. And then...
Orgalos, you were to stay at Ostandir.
I think he's jumped on a ship and we're going to have to go find him. I think that's going to be it.
I'm sorry, my king.
Or he's dead.
Thorongil!
Probably captured.
Breathe deeply, Orgalos, and then tell us what befell Thorongil.
Come on, tell us. After breathing, of course.
I told him we should turn around, but he wanted to get closer to the ships. I hid in a bush, but he kept going.
Okay, so he's been kidnapped.
Seized him.
At least he's alive for the minute. One of the Corsairs, a huge lout with muscles I've never seen, lifted Thorongil up by one arm and dangled him over the river. Is this one of those halflings I've heard about? Would think that, wouldn't they? Thorongil spat curses at him and said he was named Thorongil and would have all the Corsairs put to death if they didn't unhand him. They laughed at that. Oh, did they ever? I can still hear the laughter. It's terrible. There's something about that name they didn't like. Thorongil, you say? The big fellow asked, drawing his sword. I think he would have killed Thorongil there and then, but an elf among the Corsairs said something to him and his face became like a storm cloud. An elf. Interesting. I couldn't really hear from where I was hiding, but I think the elf was saying the captain would want to keep Thorongil aboard her ship. Okay, so probably one of the Kindred of the Queen lot, I think. The big lout put his sword away and hauled Thorongil onto the boat, and they rowed out to the river, and they were gone. I know it was wrong. We shouldn't have come here, but I didn't know how to get out of it. And then when it was all over, it was too late. The way they spoke about their captain, it fills me with terror even now. So we haven't actually met anybody from the Kindred of the Coin, like officially. So it'd be interesting if this is like it now. I was thinking they might have done like a chapter per one, but I can't remember how many are. I think there's like 6 or 7 maybe. I think we know this captain. Nikasi has a reason to hate Gondor, and she told you herself that she planned to wreak vengeance upon my kingdom. It would not surprise me to learn she planned to raid every village along the river's edge in Peneth Galen, but the abduction of Thorongil caused her to change this plan, which may prove a useful hostage for the Kindred of the Coins. Oh, is it the one from because I don't think she died, right? It was just the like husband that died. Right now, I just bring this unwelcome news to Thorongil's mother, Naruel, and then perhaps we can do something to prevent Nikasi from escaping out of Gondor with Thorongil in her custody. Right. At least one of them safe. The calmer of the two, at least. She is not happy about it, though.
This outrage cannot stand.
I will wage such war upon the Corsairs they will not sail within sight of Gondor for 1,000 years. I will call my to arms every knight that has ever raised sword within Peneth Galen to follow me and rescue my son. He's going to need to calm me down a little bit.
I think there is reason to believe the Corsairs will not harm Thorongil.
Yeah. See value in keeping him alive to use in a potential bargain with Gondor. If we act rashly, we may endanger the boy's life. We must not risk that. I want to send someone to follow the ships. We must track them from shore and see where they sail. It's not certain we will return directly to Umbar, and if they put in at a cove along the line, we may be able to rescue Thorongil before he's brought back to the Kindred of the Coins. Am I prepared for this chase? I am prepared for this chase, but I think not today. I think what we'll do is leave it there for today, because I think we made decent progress. I mean, we're like 2.5. Well, we got like through a chapter, and I'd say we're about halfway through from what I've seen in the last two was like 11, 12-ish. So we're coming up to halfway through. I think that's a good place for us to end it. We do get a pocket item, I'm guessing. So that'll be interesting to have a look at. Pocket item, I did end up getting one. I think pocket item and cloak were the two that I kind of gave up with near the end, kind of just like ended up getting Ember's stuff. So that'll be interesting to see. That's quite a lot of finesse and crit. I might end up switching it, honestly. Like, I don't particularly need the physical mastery, I don't think. I guess I'm losing a lot of damage, but I'm getting a lot of crit. That's the thing. I'm gaining the 5,800 crit, and I'm getting 3,000 finesse, and I'm getting a lot of health. So, and more crit from Fate. So, and power, I guess, if I need that. Anyway, it looks like we might potentially be actually interacting with one of the Kindred of the Coins, or someone sort of adjacent to them, so that'll be interesting. And also maybe getting on a ship finally. It's like the ship expansion, and we haven't touched them yet. So except that one time with the sails, but that was separate. Anyway, though, I'm gonna leave it there for today. So thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys all I don't know, actually. Potentially over the weekend I might be able to do a little bit of work or streaming, but if not, it'll probably be like Monday, Tuesday might be not, because I'm away Wednesday. We'll have to work it out, but I don't want to leave it too long. I do want to actually get to 150, or at least complete the expansion, because if I complete the expansion, then I can allow myself to actually play on my other characters, because I'm not going to play the expansion on any other character really until I finish this, or at least not go past what I've currently done. So yeah, anyway, as said, I'm gonna go now. Thank you all, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.